let me start by saying that Twitter has given me more ammo than we really need. I'm just blown away by what I have seen already. Now, everyone's on this mental health kick, and we're going to talk about this a couple times today, okay? Just a couple. But you've got to be kidding me that the first thing, well, not the first thing, but what I've seen on Twitter by one Tim Crowder, and I want to make this, I'm putting his name out there, and I want to make sure that y'all hear this, all right? Because this is business. This is what we call career ending, okay? Tim Crowder says, if anyone is suffering from depression, repeat after me. I am soft, weak-minded person, and I need to find a solution because depression is only a word that another excuse maker made up who was weak-minded like me. Now there's more. He says the word depression didn't exist. Yeah, hold on, there's more. The word depression didn't exist. No one would believe in such a thing. I know self-accountability and finding a solution that causes depression is a tougher pill to swallow. I overcame it, and you can too if you hold yourself accountable and find a solution. I'm going to stop right there from Mr. Tim Crowder. And I want to make sure that I put this out here too, because he's got his business handle out here and everything. He's a UT All-American 5-year NFL vet, a founder of Nuclear Athlete Performance Specialist, specialized in speed development, strength, mobility, and he is a football coach. Guess what? Welcome to the show, and you know what's getting ready to happen? Goodbye to your career. Because, for those who do not understand, in order to be a certified coach, you have to go through, and they said, for me being a certified USA boxing coach, you have to go through a thing called Safe Sport. It is a program that makes sure that you do not say things like this. It is about abuse. It is about accountability. It is about the way you treat athletes, and you cannot say things like this. If the Safe Sport Committee finds out that you said this, goodbye to your career. You will never get a job in sports, athletics, ever again. For you to sit here and say that depression is not real and that people are just weak-minded, it goes to show you that you are negating mental health. Now, I put it like this. I understand that everyone is on this whole mental health kick. It is the thing to do now. It is the trend, okay? It is. But when mental health comes through and there is a problem, it seems like the people who so-called support mental health all of a sudden turn back to showing their true colors. And like I said, we're going to talk about this a couple times today due to the fact that this needs to be said. I cannot believe that a 5-year NFL player, you know what I mean, a football coach, you can't even call him a coach at this point because, like I said, if Safe Sport finds out about this, your job is over. It's done.
Professional coach?
Professional. He's a professional. He makes money off of this. He is a professional.
Oof.
You cannot say things like this. Depression is a real thing, and we have seen it too many times. So as far as go ahead.
No, go ahead. Well, I was gonna say of course depression's a real thing, but just because you overcame something, it's like, oh well, if I did it, you can do it. Look, man, everyone's goalposts are a little bit different than yours.
Exactly.
No pun on sports, but I'm just saying, like, everyone's like, it's not you to define the struggle. That's not up to you. I mean, it could be all kinds of stuff. I've seen this plenty of times, and it's not entirely related, but you got to think it's not one of those cut and paste things where you can just say, I did it, now you can do it too. There's all kinds of different circumstances that factor into it. Maybe someone who dealt with depression because they couldn't win so many games for their team or whatever, and it weighs on them. That's different than maybe a rape victim. Maybe that's different than something else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you're. Thank you. No, keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Give them the business.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it's like, I mean, the way you handle stress is not going to be the same way someone else does. And again, it's not yours to say just because you're stressing this means their stress is less than yours. It doesn't work that way.
Everybody deals with it in different
Or
ways.
their depression.
Exactly. And Prince Bruce said, you're right. Me being diagnosed with major depressive disorder and bipolar disorder makes me weak. Death/murder and child rapes and domestics I dealt with being a police officer and an army vet. Can't believe how weak I am. I should be strong like a football player. Of course, that's, sarcasm. You've got to be kidding me that this guy actually thought that he could narrow his worldview into just football and think that this was going to fly.
Doesn't work like that.
It does not work like that. And the fact that we have a guy like this who is when I say coach, I mean teaching people younger than him that are coming up on how to be a specific human being. And it's not just, you gotta think, what his worldview is, this transcends football. This is an entirely mentality shift. And it how can I put this? I want to say this, I know it's a little obscure, but it grooms another person on how to think.
It can.
I feel as though it is absolutely disgusting. I think this guy should have his job taken from him. And I know people say, "Oh, but cancel culture." But no. This isn't cancel culture. This is you did it to yourself at this point. This is when you don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Well, it's the putting the foot in mouth scenario.
It is. And I want to say this person's name again because he should know better. This is not advertising. This is someone who should be ridiculed. And I say ridiculed, not criticized, ridiculed for not believing in mental health. Like I said, his name is Tim Crowder. Tim Crowder. I am not playing around. Yeah, he's a check mark. I'm not playing. It's always the blue check marks, isn't it? Always.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
Always a blue check mark.
It's always.
You have to.
It's an absolute asshole to just disregard mental health and be like, no, put this helmet on and let me teach you how to do this. Life is bigger than that. Life is bigger than you're talking to a person who used to play football too. All right? So, like I said, life is bigger than that. And for him to actually get on his soapbox and say something like that, it's just a word that people made up so other weak-minded people like them could also, fall into the trap. No. That is not how life works at all. And if you really believe that, then it tells me you've never been through any struggle. And for him to say, well, I've been through it too, and I got out of it, you can be just like me. You know what that makes me feel like? Hi, kids. Ooh. Do you like violence? You know what I mean? Want me to stick 20 on my island? That's what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. I mean, I may have to enter the next power, Evan. I may have to open up with that one. I don't know.
Hi, kids. Do you like violence?
Like, you gotta be kidding me that someone actually said this. And
he just decided to wake up and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna say something really dumb today.
Yeah, who wakes up and just say, hey, this is what I'm gonna say today, and you just chose, and I hate to say chose violence, but yeah, I told y'all earlier. I said, look, I don't even have my coffee today. I don't have my Irish coffee today. No, I'm drinking Long Island iced teas. I upgraded for today after seeing this stuff. I was like, oh God, no. I was like, no, the coffee it's not gonna be enough today. It's not.
Man.
So yeah, this goes to show you that these type of people are just insane. And speaking of insane, all right, we've seen it all week on Twitter, but this one takes the cake. Chris Chan. Now, there's a couple things I have a problem with here. All right, and it's not just what Chris Chan did.
Oh God, I hate. Oh,
no,
Jesus.
it was people trying to check other people. Because Chris Chan, for those who don't know, Chris Chan is a lockout. We know that. Years and years. I believe it's what, 15 years of being a lockout. Extensive resume. And as we know, Chris Chan not too long ago went transgender, and of course we saw the video where goes off on the GameStop employee. It's bam and all that. You know what I mean? Okay, we get it. Still has
that
fans.
Was a Chris Chan. Okay, that's what that was.
That was Chris Chan. Yeah.
Man, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's Chris Chan.
Oh, okay. So he was the one that raged at the dude at the GameStop counter and just started knocking everything down?
Yes, that was Chris Chan.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
So,
wow.
Here's the thing.
That changes my perspective even more.
Well, go ahead.
Refresh my memory. This Chris Chan dude, is that Sonic Shoe?
That's Sonic Shoe. Yes, that's Sonic Shoe.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Sonic Shoe. So here's the thing. Chris Chan still has supporters to this day. Now, for those who don't know what happened with Chris Chan decided, apparently this week, to have sex with his mother, who has dementia. Now, look, it's already disgusting as it is. Okay?
It's very disgusting.
It's very disgusting. But what makes it even more disgusting, we found out he was arrested and all, but also stole money from his mother not too long ago, over $700. That there's people who are out there because people were like, oh, it's Chris Chan. You know, he had sex with his mother. He. And people are saying, no. You have to respect his pronouns. Look.
I'm not going to respect anyone who...
Yeah.
No. We're going to respect the person's pronouns after what they just did. That's the first thing you're thinking about is his pronouns? Seriously, do you know what? This only happens. This only happens on Twitter.
Politics shit out of here.
This only happens on fucking Twitter. Because I swear, if we're sitting, let's just say on a step, and we're talking outside, and we're saying, you know, man, he really fucked that up. He really did. What the fuck is wrong with him? He needs help. He needs to be arrested. He needs a padded room. He needs to be in a straitjacket. No one's going to come around and say, no. Wait, stop. You didn't respect his pronouns. No one's going to say that. No one.
I'd be like, where are your priorities?
Exactly. The
priorities. No, that says exactly what it says about, you know, this whole everyone that's saying, oh, respect his pronouns. Where are your priorities? You're more worried about your fucking pronouns than you are his actual moral character. Do you see the danger in this?
Yeah.
Do you see how fucked up this is now?
I'm surprised. I would have thought
this new generation.
I really would have thought that people who do use pronouns would have been like, yo, he ain't part of us. They would have disowned him. That's what I would have thought.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't part of us. No, you know what I'm saying? He ain't part of our group. No. They went right to
kind of like that whole meme. What was it with that fat chick or whatever? And like us as the Mexicans, do not claim this fat cow or whatever.
We'll see.
You know which meme I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
it's like a long ongoing thread of all the different races saying they won't claim that fat chick.
Yeah, we of the such and such delegation will not. Yeah, I know what you mean. But here's the thing.
It's same shit.
But do you see what you just said? Now, see, we're talking like we're on the step. We outside. We can say this type of stuff. Leave it to the internet later to come say, no, you are fat shaming. You cannot say that. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Look, all I gotta say is if you got a problem with beat, you know what? Never mind.
This is what I'm saying.
No, say it, Brian. Say it.
Say it.
This is real nigga talk.
This is the talk.
Might as well say the loud part.
Talk.
This is real.
Say your shit, cut. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, look, if people are so upset about fat shaming and everything, it's not fat shaming. What it is that, like, look, if you're uncomfortable with being fat, you have everything in the world to do something about it, rather than just pity party yourself. Unless there is some reason, like you're a fucking paraplegic and you have no arms and no legs and you can't do, and you have no motivation or whatever, or you're mentally incapable of doing it, then you know what? Then maybe there's a difference. But you know what? Weight is something that's always going to be in your control.
And I will say this now, before anyone gets upset at what he just said, mind you, I told y'all not too long, a couple weeks ago, I was 223 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. I went to the gym and I bust my ass. I'm now down to 210. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's just anything look, as far as fat shaming goes and all of this goes, I mean, part of the whole thing is that it's something that's within your control. You can, if you're going to sit there, the thing is, people bitch about it because it's easier to bitch about it than to go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's easier to bitch about it on the internet and say, how dare you, rather than fucking put down the fork and pick up a salad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's managing weight and exercise.
I said it.
You said what you said, and that's it. That's all that has to be said. I mean, look, it's about managing weight and exercise, but you also have to be in the right mind to do it and want to do it. Exactly. It's discipline. And I will say, it's like I said, my weight was COVID weight. So I was like, nah, I'm not having this. I knocked that shit right out the park. You know what I mean? But also, I did have to change my diet. I did have to change, you know what I mean? Like when COVID, we weren't doing nothing in COVID. Gyms weren't open during COVID. They're open right now. So I've been going every day and doing what I need to do. It took me, maybe 4 weeks of that? And knock that weight out.
You gotta hit.
I think also like during the time of the shutdown, I think you were like you were like bench pressing your couch.
Yeah, I was bench pressing. Yeah, I took a video of me bench pressing my couch during the shutdown. When I was doing curls, I was filling up a bucket of water just to do curls.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like I was just
that man. That shit,
It all boils down to like it all boils down to motivation.
It does.
Exactly. You gotta be motivated.
It does. It all comes down to just like you said, motivation. And I mean, even if you don't like, oh, I don't have a gym, I don't have all that. You ever heard of prison workouts? You can do chair dips. You can do fucking a straight up fucking push up.
Yeah, chair dips. I was doing all the time.
There's all sorts of ways you can do things.
Exactly, and especially if you have a Switch, get fitness boxing.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, no, didn't you lose some weight by doing that fitness boxing?
Hell, fucking yeah, son.
Yeah, see. So it really does go to show you that it's one of those things where I understand that not everybody wants to put in the work, and everyone wants to be accepted for who they are, and I understand that. If that's how you feel, if you feel comfortable in your body to do that, okay. But when someone uses
then you don't need to do that. But if you're looking at yourself and you don't like the way you look, and you're saying, man, I don't really like being fat, but I also don't like being called fat, but like people doing that, I mean, then you can change that.
You can change it. You can. So it's one of those things. But I mean, I want to stay on the topic. I want to unpack that Chris Chan thing because that still is a mental health thing. I don't want to get too far off the subject today.
Right.
Yeah, Chris Chan, as far as I'm concerned, deserves to be. Listen, he was arrested. All right, he, she, whatever you want to call Chris Chan at this point, was arrested.
I'm gonna say he was born with a he.
Okay, that's fine if you want to do that. I'm not going to hold you to that. You know what I mean? Like I said, was arrested. I feel as though Chris Chan needs to see a psychiatric doctor and be checked out. I think that the internet has fed him too much and for too long that it got to this point. I think it happens with a lot of lolcows. I think it happens with a lot of just YouTubers in general. They get that feed, and before you know it, something bad happens, and then like, oh, we lost a good one, or oh, this person went crazy and laughed. Not everyone on the internet is for you. Some just want to see your downfall, so they will egg that shit on.
Yep.
Yeah. There's people out there that get their thrills off of that.
They do, and it's a disgusting thrill, to be honest. But I mean,
I'd hate to bring it up too, but another prime example would happen to be Etika.
Yeah, I was sure. Yeah, because there were certain people in his camp, and I don't mean his camp as in personal. In his camp, when I mean fans, that were egging it on. Now, Etika, as we know, didn't want to help. There were some fans. I want to be fair here. There were some fans who said, "No, you need to get help. Go, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to say something to you. Someone needs to pull you to the side and let you know that this is not right." And there were some fans who did that. There were other fans who were like, "Nah, let that shit ride. Let it go. Go wild, Etika. Go wild," because they wanted to see the drama. They wanted to see it unfold. And what happened? It ended up in his demise.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, oh, we lost a good one. So every year now, we got to see a bunch of fake motherfuckers come around and be like, oh, happy birthday, Etika, on this year, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yo, you fed that shit. You fed that shit to him.
Yep.
And it's like, they want to put him on this pedestal now that he's gone. It's like, yo, he wouldn't be gone if all y'all was together and was like, yo, go get help. I bet you,
exactly.
I guarantee you, everyone's like, look, go get help. If we stop watching, I bet you went and got help. As much as
there was a lot of people that pleaded for him to go get help. Even his ex-girlfriend told him to go get help.
Like I said, there were so many fans who tried to help, and they were ignored. But as a collective, if the community came together as a collective, like, look, we're going to stop this because we understand that we want to watch you, and that's what you're feeding off of. You know, you want us to watch you. We stop watching you. As much as you're saying you don't give a fuck, trust me, there's something that you give a fuck about, and it's the fans. It was the audience. Without your audience, that's it.
Yeah, like I still get pissed off to this day when they keep saying Etika's like the whole thing for mental health. I'm like, no, mental health's been going on.
It's been going on for years. It's been going on forever.
Yeah, it's been going on for
He's
ages.
not the messiah of fucking mental health. I'm sorry.
He's not. I mean, like I said,
I've been dealing with fucking depression all my fucking life. So
like I said, there's a number of YouTubers we've seen on here who have, and then they're talking about it in the chat now, who have substance abuse problems, who have alcohol problems, who have all types of mental problems. We've seen this on YouTubers or streamers or whatever. And when you see someone hurting, let them know, look, you got to stop, take a break or whatever, and step back
Exactly.
and get some help. And it seems like when that happens, you know what I mean? Like, no one really wants to say it. They want you to keep entertaining them because for their entertainment purposes. No, it don't work that way. It really doesn't. It shouldn't work that way. But as much as we're sitting here, and I want to address some people who think that I'm the same way. As much as I sit here and try to talk about mental health and say people need help, they'll be quick to come to me and be like, yeah, but you said this, this, and this. Motherfucker, listen really clear. When I am engaged in a verbal battle, okay, I look at it like a rap battle. So that means I'm going to diss you, I'm going to diss your mom, I'm going to diss whatever I see on the surface, I'm going to diss whatever I feel as though you're going through. That is a battle. There are bars. I don't see it any other way. I don't have anything personally connected to you, and that's how I see it. Oh, you can't be a mental health advocate and say these type of things. Yes, you can when you are engaged in battle, because everything goes. Everything. Y'all should know this by now. So yeah, I may say some things, and yeah, I am owning up to it, because yeah, I will say some things. I will say it in the future too. I'm letting you know that now. I will say it in the fucking future. But don't come to me with this.
I'll just say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll just say this. The rap game needs to go back to the 90s.
It really does. But I mean, but when it comes down to going after, there's a reason why in my bio I have tweets to be murdered by, because I'm not going to put a filter on it. Not when we're engaged in some type of argument or some type of, trying to clown each other, whoever's the best at clowning each other. I'm not going to hold my tongue for that. No, you get what you get. Maybe you should have thought twice about it. So they think, oh, you're just being insensitive. I'm like, no, you're just being hypersensitive. You know what I mean? For no reason.
And I'll be trying to tell people not to get into arguments with events.
They should know by now. People, here's the thing. People think that I have lost it. They don't realize I'm still stacking chips in my clips. They don't understand that. They don't understand it. Like, I don't need to be tested all the time. You know what I mean? But like I said, and then they're saying now, you talk about the importance of, it's separating I always talk about the separation between online and the importance of consequences and priorities. Always.
We got Ben here. We
Hello,
got the
Ben.
Odin son.
So
I think Ben's a little sick right now because of what's going on during the game.
I'm just in a fucking mood.
He's in the mood. Yeah, because your team losing. His team losing. He in the mood.
No, it's not even about that. Like, I came home and fucking dealt with fucking stupid people all fucking day, so it's kind of like, can't do all that shit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the social media thing, I think that has a huge fucking problem, and I think we need to have a more discussion with that, like the pros and cons, and I think people need to cut it down a lot.
Yep.
If you're having these issues and shit, keep it to yourself. Like, don't fucking spread all your shit on that.
You really don't.
When it comes to Chris Chan, fuck him. He's sexually identified as a prisoner. Fuck
him. Well, right now, I feel like this. He should be, like I said, put in a straitjacket and put in a padded room for a very long time. You know what I mean? The crimes he's committed, and mind you, there's still people out there. Sonic you. No, look, this is serious. This is serious. And it's time for him. Like I said, they enabled him to go this far. If people had stopped a long time ago and look, I ain't fucking with you, that's it. He wouldn't be like, what's the next stunt I can pull? Because who goes to GameStop and acts like that? Nobody. Oh
boy.
That's just somebody vying for try to stay relevant of
exactly.
some kind.
Well, there was that dickhead and face clan who was trying to look cool on GameStop the other week.
I mean, hell, what was it? Brianna Wu just recently tried to stay relevant not too long ago.
Let's get into that too, because that's another part of mental health. Don't tell me that Brianna Wu, all right, can come out, and me and Brianna Wu always had the war words, always. And at one point I was blocked by Brianna Wu, but then I wasn't anymore. So something must have reset. I don't know, maybe Twitter just made a glitch or something, but I was able to respond. Was it this week when I saw what happened? You can't get mad because people didn't like Ghostbusters. What was that, 2016 or whatever?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2016.
That people didn't like Ghostbusters 2016, but then you're upset because it's the kids' turn. They're children. They're children.
It's the fucking. It's just this reminds me of Goosebumps. Who cares?
Yeah, and they're like,
that happens.
still, and they're like, she's like, oh yeah, you incels got your way or whatever. What the fuck? No,
The fuck is that bitch talking?
it has
No,
nothing
the movie's
to do
being
with
done
that.
by a Reitman, not
Yeah.
by
It's been
Kevin,
Ivan. I believe
whatever
it's
his name
Ivan
is.
Reitman's son, I believe. So it's
Jason
generational.
Reitman. That
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it's generational being passed down, and they're honoring the other generation of how it started. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your incel's fault. No, it's not. This is how they
No,
decide
it's
to do it.
Giving a movie that the fans deserve.
It's Stranger Things meets Ghostbusters. That's all it is. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm for it because it actually looks good. So I'm for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They've kind of spoiled what was going on in the movie. I don't want to talk about it, but they kind of spoiled the movie. I keep telling y'all, if y'all not paying attention to these toy lines, do not. They will spoil the movie for you. All right.
If you can, try to avoid toy lines because
They
they do
will-
reveal things.
Yeah, they will spoil it. I'm just letting you know. But this is the shit that I see on Twitter. And what bothers me is the fact that people are like, oh, I like this. I like this. Are you serious? So you're willing to think that this is the patriarchy all over again because some kids are getting their shot. Mind you, there's kids that are females too in the movie.
Yep.
But patriarchy. Patriarchy. That's what we're talking. Patriarchy. This is this is what you call the reach for relevance. And it's absolutely disgusting that we see these grown men and women.
It's definitely a passing of the torch movie.
It is. It's a passing of the torch movie, but still, grown ass men and women acting like this and blaming the patriarchy for kids to get their shot at a movie. Kids.
Because she's just mad
Children.
because none of you. She's mad because all of you didn't support Star Wars, the latest ones, and praised it for the greatest thing ever. Because once you like that's just going to go after people who didn't like the fucking movies and saying something about fuck the moon, what's that, space or something.
These people
He's
are
a fucking nutcase.
They're all nutcases as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
If you keep marketing it this way and say, oh well, we're going to make sure it's just the patriarchy, crazy. So I guess we should get started with the actual show. I guess we haven't even started yet. Before we start, I want to say rest in peace to Charlie Robinson. For those who don't know, Mac on Night Court has died. Okay? He has brought me
sad.
Yeah, very sad. Plenty of entertainment throughout my childhood. I want to say rest in peace to Biz Marquis, because nobody beats the Biz, the human beatbox. I feel bad that to watch him pass at such an early age. I want to say rest in peace to Joey Jordison, drummer from Slipknot, who is an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
The beats per minute, I mean, just crazy. It's absolutely insane the way he used to drum. And to know that the way he died, what he was going through, what he battled through with such a rare disease is a shame. I also want to say rest in peace to Dusty Hill from ZZ Top, because, again, another talented, all these people, very talented people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny you say Dusty Hill. I was just watching an episode of King of the Hill where Hank finds out he's related to Dusty Hill, and Dusty Hill's like pranking Hank throughout the whole entire episode, and dude, it's nuts.
It's a shame that we've lost so many in so short of a time. And I just want to send my condolences to them, their family, their friends, their fans. We were fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
all
think
of
someone
them.
passed away today.
I was at work when I heard about Dusty.
Yeah, it was a real shame to see what happened. So let's get started.
And I got a picture with Billy Gibbons. So,
did you? Oh.
Yeah, I got a picture with Billy Gibbons.
Oh, it's a shame. It's hard. I mean, even Slipknot came out not too long ago and said, on their official Twitter and said something about Joey, and it was like, Jesus Christ. It's like the way he used to drum was just amazing. You know what I mean? Just unreal. And then you saw.
It was also like when we lost Dimebag.
Yeah, Dimebag Darrell. Yeah. It's a shame. But you see the other generation or other people that he inspired come through and still do the same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest here. without Slipknot, and I know people will say, "Oh, you're wrong to say this." Without Slipknot, we don't get what are they called? Five was it five? Was it five knuckle? Man, what's her name? Five finger. Was it five finger?
Five Finger
Five Finger Death
Yeah,
Punch.
five finger death punch. We don't get a five finger death punch without Slipknot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's one of those things. Sorry that my mind just went blank for a minute there. But it's a shame that we see this. But it goes to show you that there are other artists that can come, and you're never going to be able to top the original. You can emulate them, but you'll never be the top. You know what I mean? But they put out great music too. So it's like, but to see the influence that comes down is still great to see. So let's get started with the show, shall we? I mean, let's get the countdown going.
5,
Your mamas,
4,
your daddies,
3,
people,
2,
ladies,
1.
animals.
It's Britney, bitch.
Podcast Nation, Main Event TV, aka Me TV, aka the Iron Man out the frying pan. And you know what? I'm not going to go any further than that, because let's be clear and understand that I can do this all day long. Alright? I'm here with Mr. Wing Zero. I'm here with Curious Doom. I'm
Hey, how's
here
it going?
with Ben Odinson. I'm here with the Red Comet himself, who's looking to probably drop some colonies on y'all today. Yeah, I don't know. You may just. Gentlemen, how was y'all weekend this week?
My weekend for last weekend was pretty good. Went
That's
to
good.
Classic Game Fest and
Oh, Classic Game Fest. Okay.
yeah.
And let me say now, people, for this is episode 9, episode 10, we will have a guest on, but episode 10 may be pushed back a little bit due to the fact that on August 14th, me and Wing Zero have a tournament to go to, so I may not get back or be ready in time to do episode 10 that will be on the 15th. So we may push that back a week, just to let y'all know real quick, okay? So, but it's still going. We're still going. We're not going anywhere. So
Yeah, man, we've almost hit 10 episodes. That's
yeah.
wild.
And you know what the funny part about that is?
Yeah.
A lot of podcasters say, I didn't think we'd make it till 10. I didn't think, and I'm thinking to myself, I never had a doubt. Never had a doubt. Never had a doubt.
There's always something to talk about,
Yeah,
man.
just never had a doubt. So yeah, for me, it's one of those things, But hey, it is what it is. Oh, they said they want pictures, so all right, fine, y'all get the pics. It's not a problem. Y'all make it some video depending on how well we do. Yeah, so I'm not worried about it. I mean, you can ask these guys here. Our work ethic, the way we put things together, there's never any arguments in meetings. There's never anything.
Oh, that would be. Oh, that
No.
could be fucking.
We actually when we put together our meetings, we're literally like we're reading the news and we're laughing. So it's like, there's never a problem.
It's like a podcast within itself.
Yeah, it is. It's a podcast within itself. It really is. It's a pre-show before the pre-show, to be honest. But so it's very easy to do.
Just gave everyone a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, it really is pretty easy. Anyone else with your weekend? How did it go?
I'm gonna go last.
Oh.
I'll go last.
All right.
He said he'll go.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. He's got a story.
Yeah, he's got a story.
So I mean, I guess Dooms and I's were pretty much the same. We went to Classic Game Fest in Austin, Texas. We got to meet John St. John, which was the voice actor for Duke Nukem.
Nice.
Got him.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. Got him to say a few lines.
You mean like balls of steel?
Balls of steel.
Yeah. Well, I got him to say the chew bubble gum and kick ass. Like I got him to say that one just because I like to hear him say that. And
you didn't record it?
Autographs. No. I recorded it. I recorded it. I just had it on my Snapchat though.
Oh, okay.
He did say balls of steel a lot, actually.
I'm sure by the time y'all got to him, he was tired of saying it.
No, actually, we were like the first people of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we chatted it up with him for a while. Like
Nice.
the dude loves to talk.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, he's real nice. And then we also met the one of the Mortal Kombat animators that did the art for. He did the dragon logo. He was the one that originally drew the dragon logo.
Oh, that's
and he did
nice.
most of the art for like the first game. and all that. So he was pretty cool. We got his.
He was real nice too.
That's
Yeah,
legendary.
he was a real cool guy.
Legendary.
I asked him like how how he met Ed Boon, and he told me that that he had been doing like art for a while, and like he actually got pulled in by John Tobias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, John Tobias brought him in.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, you know, seeing some of them. We also saw his name was Brian. He's a guy he was a guy that basically made almost all the Williams arcade games back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I still have those.
He made almost
Rampage.
all of those. He made Rampage.
Rampage is one of my favorite.
He did pretty much the art, the game, like programmed the game and everything. So, anyways, mainly that was ours. I got a few pickups. I got an Astro City Mini. Got a few games. All in all, it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I put like this. When it comes to Rampage, who doesn't like large kaiju destroying buildings? I mean, it was the first,
Sure.
right? I mean, come on,
Nope.
it was the first.
It was great. It was great.
It was a good time. So if they're ever, I don't know if Classic Game Fest, I want to say they have more than just one show in Texas. This is where they're centered is over here. I heard that they do across the country. So if they have another one, y'all should go. If it's anywhere in y'all's neck of the woods, just keep an eye out for it. It's actually pretty fun.
Very nice.
Yeah, I got a little bit of info from John St. John when I talked to him. I the second day I went up and had him sign my copy because I bought a copy there of Duke Nukem 3D on Saturn, and I had him sign my copy, and I just decided to ask him. I was like, how did you feel about from going from GT Interactive being bought up by Gearbox? And he gave me a great little story about it. He said at first he was all excited about it, but then later on, he started to see some stuff, and he was not so hesitant on it. He was just kind of like okay.
Very Randy Pitchford-esque, huh?
Yeah, and
okay.
he did mention about Randy and this and that, and like he didn't really go into too much detail about it. But he did tell me, and I did ask him about Duke Nukem Forever as well, and he said that he got to do everything recording wise for that show. They let him have free reign. Like he could change things if he wanted to in a script, in which he did. Because he told me one time that if you ever played Duke Nukem Forever and you heard him say a line that had something to do with douche nozzle, that was in regards to his son. So the story to that one is So in regard to that in his story, he told me that he was one day he was recording for Duke Nukem Forever, and he said douchebag. Well, his son heard it through the wall, and he, politely knocks on the door and says, "Hey, are you recording for that Duke Nukem game?" And he said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Just so you know, nobody says douchebag anymore. It's douche nozzle."
So he had to be the new generation again helping out.
Yeah, so his son is responsible for him changing that line in Duke Nukem Forever. So when you hear that, that's the story behind it. But Gearbox pretty much gave him full reign of doing whatever he wanted, with the script for Duke Nukem Forever. So like he recorded everything, he changed anything he wanted. Like they gave him full reign.
Nice, very nice.
Oh boy.
We have to reach out to him and see if we can get him on the show. To talk all these stories.
Believe me, John St. John loves to talk. He's a really friendly guy.
That may be a show all on its own. I don't know. Ben, did you have anything going on this weekend?
Being sick.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I already told everyone that there's going to be a chance that you would probably be here late, or not show up at all because you weren't feeling too well from your second COVID shot. So it's understandable.
It was that, and also I was working, so I had to turn up. So it's not one of those negotiation things. But there was that, and I tried to play Attack on Titan 2 because I want to try and replay it again and try to make it tough.
Okay.
But now I've watched some documentaries of World War II because I'm trying to understand certain bits and pieces to understand a certain thing we're going to get into about cover-ups. So So it's an understanding to try and understand where the mindset is, and there's a lot of shit that was covered up in that situation.
Oh,
That no one
okay.
wants to talk about. It's interesting.
Nice.
But that's it.
Huh. Well,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, my weekend, I will have to say, between people who are crazy, and that's my biggest part of the weekend. The crazy people,
No.
I'd rather not get into it because it's family issues, but severely crazy people. And other than that, my weekend has been very quiet. I sat home and I watched, I actually sat home this week, so it was very quiet. And I watched Web of Lies. And for those who have never seen Web of Lies, man, you want to talk about people? It's like there's like 7 seasons of it, reenactment documentary style. People who meet others online and then get murdered.
Oh shit!
I mean, absolutely. I mean, unapologetically murdered, buried, hidden. I was like, holy shit! There was
Game of Thrones at home.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, and the murders were so grisly. It was just like, what the fuck, for no reason. And like, when you try to hear their motive, they didn't have a motive. It was just they're
just insane people.
Just insane people.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, holy shit. There's like 7 seasons of it. I think I'm on season 5, I think. And out of all the 5 seasons I've seen so far, only one story out of 5 seasons didn't have a murder. They actually survived.
Oh my god.
They actually survived. So when they were like, yo, for some reason this person's missing, you might as well just write them off dead. You might as well. I mean, it is crazy. 7 seasons of this show, and I cannot stop watching it. It's crazy. And
it's rare. It's a rare thing when you get a show that's able to last for so long.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you're watching the show, but you're making comments towards the TV, like while you're watching it, like, what the fuck were you thinking? Why did you do this? What were you? It's one of those type of shows. It is. It's one of those. So it's like you're talking the entire time, and then you find out what happened. You're like, oh shit! Like, what you mean he buried her in the middle of nowhere? Dude, just it's crazy. And I don't know how, because they always talk to the family and friends of the victim. I try to figure out, how do you go through this? How do you do this interview and then later say, okay, this show's going to air, and then watch the reenactment of your loved one being killed and buried? I don't understand that.
Damn.
It is crazy. Oh, well, she was missing for 48 hours. The police was like, oh, well, people, they always, that's always been the thing with the police. They always say that, oh, they probably just ran away or don't want to be seen. They'll show back up. Yeah, no. They're showing back up. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand, you know what I mean, how the families even think of telling a story knowing they're going to piece it together, and then they're going to be like, oh yeah, your episode's coming on. Do you want to watch your loved one get slaughtered? Like
God dang, man.
It's I'm telling you, the murders, and they reenact all of it, dude. All of it's reenacted. So they talk to the detectives and everything. So for me, I was just like, ooh, I was in my bag. I was like, ooh, sitting here watching this all weekend. They got me. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, Web of Lies. I'm just, I don't even know what to call it. It's a real bag of what the fuck. It really is.
Almost like first 48.
It almost feels like first 48. It does. Because once you don't find them in 48 hours, that's it. It's over. You might as well call it a day. No one's being held captive to the point where, the police can find them. No, they're dead. They're gone. That's it. It's over.
Someone's asking if it's on Amazon Prime.
I believe it's on Amazon. I believe it is.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, Web of Lies. So yeah, it was an amazing thing to see. I was just like, oh my God.
Like, yeah, just like someone said, it sounds like Catfish went dark. Yeah, exactly what it is.
Catfish went extreme. Catfish went extreme. 7 seasons.
Man.
And don't get me wrong, the first couple seasons, you're like, yeah, okay, this person got killed, this person, But as you go along, the murders get worse and worse and worse, and they reenact it all.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, this person was stabbed 30 times. Okay, time to reenact it. What? You don't need to reenact that. You know what I mean? For the sake of the family, don't. But yeah, they go all in.
It's Clue to the extreme.
Yeah, it really is.
You want to play a game?
Yeah, pretty much. You want to play a game? Yeah, it's sad because most of all the victims they're not dumb. Not all of them are dumb. They were just hopeful. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to find love. I'm going to find this. Then get murdered. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like, and then, oh, well, the person they said they are aren't who they say they are. And they got like 15 different alts. You know what I mean? And you got to think these are years before now where we have the technology where we can find people like that. So the police have no idea what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You gotta remember, like the most normal common murderers is usually people you know.
Yeah. Well, these are people who they didn't even meet. This is the first time meeting. This is like from over the web.
Christ,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't meet people on the website.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time they're meeting on the web. And it's like, oh, you know, they talk all these shit like, yeah, girl, I can't wait to meet you, such and such. Then when they pull up, murder. Like, what? Like yeah. It is catfishing, but with murder. It's really good. It's really well done. Yeah, I spent my weekend watching it, boy. I was like, ooh, this is something. So, but Cody, you're next, right?
Yeah. Oh boy, where the fucking begin?
I don't know. You tell me.
Fuck.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh boy, I know y'all been dying to hear this for fucking longer. So
okay,
here we go, guys.
go ahead.
Oh man, here. First of all, this needs before we go into anything further, he's gonna need a viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, it's advised.
Yeah.
As advised.
Cover your ears.
I need another drink. Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
So
If you got kids, take them to the other room.
Yep, take them to the other room.
Yeah.
You may want to turn down your volume just a little bit. Just giving you the disclaimer.
Okay. For those that are wondering, you know, I was supposed to have a date before. It didn't happen the first time.
Yeah, it got canceled.
It got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, it happened.
Uh-oh. You know what that means. You know what that means.
Oh
yeah! I've got balls of
We
steel.
finally went to go see Fast 9. I gotta say, Fast 9 was a good movie.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna get into that though.
Well, because who gives a shit about Fast 9? Exactly. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't give a shit about Fast 9. Fuck that shit.
So after Fast 9,
Cars in space.
Yeah, who cares?
Oh boy, so after that, after we watched the movie, we walked around for a bit, and we went to Manhattan for a bit. And then when we got back to my house, that's where everything went off from there.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I felt like $1 million. I'll tell you now, right now.
I feel like $1 million. Okay.
I feel like $1 million.
Yes.
Back God.
Like after we got to my house, we were watching TV. The Equalizer was on TV.
I bet the Equalizer. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. The Equalizer was watching you, but okay.
Netflix. The Equalizer was done and shit.
Netflix popped up. Was like, "Are you still watching?"
No, it was on TNT. It was on TNT.
You missed the joke. Boo! You missed the joke.
Boo. Okay. But yeah, after we watched the Equalizer and stuff, like, oh boy, we just started fucking and fucking. First, she gave me a blowjob.
Oh God!
Oh, okay.
God damn. Okay, he's going into that kind of detail.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Didn't know he was going there. Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all the patch notes, not the cliff notes.
Okay. You give the patch notes. Okay.
Well, if they didn't like rabbits, then they only go like for what, 3 minutes, and then you're done.
No.
The Avengers then? There's a patch of a patch.
Yeah, a patch for the patch for the patch.
For a patch.
So he's not gonna give us all of it. So he pretty much was the Avengers at this point. He's Avengers game. Okay.
Oh boy, man! Like her blowjob game was fucking on point.
Ooh, you're
on point, on point.
Wait a minute. Oh my God, hold on. The way he's praising her, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give applause for that one. I'm sorry. Look. I don't think you know.
I mean, like I said, I didn't go into crazy detail when I fucked that stripper in Utah, but Jesus Christ,
the kiss and not tell thing. But no, he's going there, and I feel like this. If he's going there, I'm going to give her a round of applause because, like Chris Rock said, there's a difference between sucking a dick and really just sucking a dick
and having head game.
Yeah, and it seems like the way he's talking, woo.
The fact that I actually showed her the scar on my dick, and the fact that she didn't acknowledge it,
she didn't care
that my dick works properly. We were just
a little bit
around
too detailed right there. I didn't need to know that.
I didn't know about that. Okay.
Like, we was joking around while she was giving me a blowjob. It was fucking great.
Well,
But-
you should have somebody who can laugh at things when doing stuff like that, because then it becomes a tense situation or an awkward situation. So yeah.
It just becomes a tense and awkward situation as soon as you show her the thing, and then she starts laughing.
Yeah, right.
Then that becomes a tense and awkward situation.
And then Cody was like,
Just
"It's still good to me. It's still good to me."
They know, real talk, my niggas, everyone.
Go ahead.
Even though I do got some DVD extras behind the scene, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Got
You know
you.
what I mean?
Okay.
God
So
damn it.
after that, we just started fucking all the way till 12 o'clock at midnight.
Well, you had a
I
lot.
made her came 3 times. She didn't. Make me
Oh,
come
yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Hold up. Round of applause again.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. He said 3 times. Yeah, you get a round of
Yes.
applause for that one.
3 times.
Well, I guess that's when you're pent up.
He said.
I assume.
Here's the funny thing. I didn't came at all. She was having a hard time making me come. I made her come 3 times.
He said,
You gotta tell her
acknowledge
to
me.
get good through.
He said, acknowledge me. That's what he wanted. Acknowledge me.
Damn. Good God.
So, hey, yo, I got the meanest evaluation.
Well, okay.
I'm great.
She left you. Did she leave you a good or bad Yelp review?
Yeah, right.
Put it like this. She left me the best review.
You're the best
Let's just
review.
put it like that.
Okay.
You know what, honestly,
So-
I'm for that right now. Like, I'm for that because I would love to see, there's like Yelp reviews. I wonder if there's Yelp reviews on my dick. Like, I want to ask every bitch and be like, what do you think? Like, what did you think?
No, because
Yeah,
you
same
will
thing
have
with-
though.
same
You
thing
know
with
what's going to
bitches.
happen if you have Yelp reviews for that?
A Google guide.
You're going to end up having scorned women be like, it was trash, and then you're going to have other women that you cool with be like, no, it was good.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny though? No, because you know what? I can say from personal experience, even the women that scorn me or whatever, not once did they ever say the game was trash. As pissed as they were.
As pissed as they
Not one
were.
of them has ever
That
said
means
that.
you put it down. You know what that means? You know what that means, right? Round of
That's the one
applause
thing
for
that
that one
was
too.
God damn it.
I mean, this is like the.
Someone needs to get on that for Yelp reviews for sex.
Everyone really is like, acknowledge me. Everyone acknowledge me.
No, it's the funny thing.
Shit.
This is like the 5th woman that said I'm good with my hands because I started going in on her breast. She has big ass tits.
Okay, that's good. We're talking what?
She
We're talking what? D size probably.
Yeah, around it.
Okay, all right.
I just was going in and biting her nipples and shit.
Okay.
Playing with them,
Well, yeah, this is supposed to.
especially while fucking her in the process.
Okay.
She loved
Man,
that
Okay.
I'm glad I'm listening. I'm glad I'm the only one listening to this because outside people are fucking.
Dang it, man.
I was feeling fucking great that day, though.
He said the
It
sun
was
was
fucking
shining.
awesome.
He said Vin Diesel got away. The sun was shining. It was all for him.
Dude, like, no gender politics, no arguments, no fucking nothing.
It shouldn't be, and that's the thing. There shouldn't be any of that anyway. So that's good. So I have 2 questions for you. Okay, I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
Will you see her again?
Yes, when she comes back from Florida.
Okay, that's number 1.
So, this is the best part.
They say you gave her the shining finger. I'm done. Oh my god. Oh my
Here's the
god.
best part. We can't. This is the second girl that I met that's polyamorous. So,
Okay. Okay.
we came to a beneficial agreement.
Okay. Now it's a business transaction. Okay. It's a contract
agreement.
now.
So whenever we see each other, we can just fuck whenever.
Okay. Okay. Now I
That's what I told you.
Now I have
That's
2
what I
questions.
told you.
Now I have 2 questions. I only had 1 question for you, but now I got 2. Now I got an extra question. So the question is this an exclusive? Is the question.
Exclusive.
If y'all can just do it whenever, is she doing this with other people as well, or just with you?
No, with other people as well.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Mm.
You're gonna have to be
And
careful on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the icing on the cake.
Okay.
He has a boyfriend.
Oh
Right?
my god! Oh man!
Wait, what? Hold on, what? She
Red flags.
has a boyfriend?
Red flags.
Red
folks,
flag.
Red
Oh no,
flags.
this
Red
is a red
flag.
flag.
Red
You know
card.
funny thing is,
Red
you want to hear
card.
this shit?
Go ahead.
No.
You want to hear this shit?
I'm sure he don't want to hear it.
No, her boyfriend's okay with it.
What?
That's what you call a cuck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you call
I'm sorry.
cuck. That's cuck.
Yeah.
An open relationship he has with her, and that's
So
cucking.
you know what,
That's-
Cody?
yeah.
Cody, look, Mr. Wing Zero here. Here's what I say. Like, do you really want to be the side nigga? Are you side nigga status?
No, I
Or are
mean,
you?
as long as the sex is good, man.
He's trying to say game is game. That's what he's trying to say. He gonna get wherever he can get it. That's what he's saying. Game is game. All right. I mean, okay.
That's what I said. This is like the second girl I met that was polyamorous.
Yeah.
and
There's
shit.
a
And
lot
here's
of
like the-
entanglements going on around here. Yeah. You sure you don't want to be on the Red Room?
Well, that's his decision.
I mean, honestly, I can't say shit. I mean, I had a friend of like many years. She's been my friend, and throughout at least maybe 2 of her relationships, I was a side dude.
Okay.
But
Well,
we're still friends.
all right. Well, I do have one more question on this.
What's up?
Does she have friends?
She does.
Oh
that.
God.
That's all I can ask you.
I got
And
I
the
got
fact
one
that I found out what her 2 jobs are.
Okay. Go
Oh,
ahead.
here we go.
Here we go. Go
I
ahead.
can guess. I
Go
can
ahead.
guess one. Let's see.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to give y'all some. Hold on.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Mr. Jobs.
Yeah,
Mr. Jobs.
that was my thought too.
Yep.
I don't know. Probably not a stripper.
Right.
Wait, let's go mute.
But before I get into that, she really is a nice person. Though. I met her
Oh,
to a friend at a gaming party.
Well, I'm sure she's a nice person. No one's judging if she's a bitch or anything. I don't think we're judging that. No one's doing
No,
that.
that stripper. No. Now the stripper I fucked, she was a bitch.
Damn, he
But
said no.
that's
She's a
what-
bitch.
Story about
She's a
that.
bitch.
Afterwards. Afterwards.
She
Yeah,
was a bitch afterwards, but you know what? Though I'll say this: the crazier they are, the better they are at.
Why is that so
fucking-
true? Why?
I didn't
Why
even
is
say
that
what
true?
she was. I forgot to tell you.
Oh,
She's
let's tell.
But
she's Cuban and Jamaican.
that makes her even more crazier. Okay, she gonna end up putting the hex on you. But I'm just saying. Okay,
You
so,
are already dead.
So yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
she
what's
was
her
telling
job?
she was telling me her job. She works with kids. That's her first job.
Okay.
Second job
Okay.
is, I'm sure you're familiar with this one, because you tell us that you know people in the industry.
Oh. Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So
she's
she's full blown freak. She's full blown freak. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. So she works with kids, but also works in the other industry.
Look, this all makes sense. I want to know how many of you guys have had sex with a teacher. How many of you?
Never.
0.
Okay.
No,
Let me tell you. Okay, that is a real thing. Levels of crazy, and teachers say, "Oh, nice and sweet." Yeah, till you get them where you want them. Yeah, trust me. Yes, it is a real thing.
I got a question because I remember a certain episode where we were comparing their penis and do you take her back in time, Cody?
Take her back in time.
The fuck? What are you talking about?
I remember like an episode of you two were arguing about their penis and shit. So I'm asking the question. Okay.
Hotel penis?
What's the question?
I don't know. It was. Did you take her back in time?
Did you take her back in time? Because he's trying to say of the performance. Did you set her back? Where's there some whiplash? Where's there some? Did you give her a concussion? Like,
well, I'll tell you one thing though. He wants to do it again though when she comes back.
Well, that's the positive. That's the positive part about it, that she wants to do it again. So yeah.
I'm just joking.
You know, my ex, after we had a really nasty breakup, she wanted to do it again, and I said no. But
yeah.
So I'm just saying, the crazy ones.
Yeah, they're crazy ones. I want to do it again. No, and then she'll go off on you. Yeah, because you say no.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Know
I'll
that.
tell you, man. Like that day, oh boy, way better than my fucking ex. I'll tell you that right fucking now. Way better.
He sound like he found him a live one. He found a lively. but no.
I felt fucking great.
But you know what? No, that's good. Again, I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that one.
And
I would
if Madman isn't in the chat because I remember him saying something on Twitter about Korean. If she was talking about Korean booty sluts, yes, we did have a debate on Korean booty sluts.
What's her view on it? Depending on her view.
Oh, she works with them.
Are these the friends that you said she has?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay, then it's okay.
Can you pass it on?
Can you just pass this on?
Look, man, this is real nigga shit. I'm giving y'all the full patch note. This is real nigga shit.
It's fine. Hey, as long as she's okay with you saying this, because right now, I mean, let's be honest here. You kissing and telling. You know what I mean? I don't want you to incriminate yourself more than you already have. You know what I mean?
No, she's fine with it.
She's good with it? Okay.
She knows I do a podcast.
Okay, that's fine. All right, and like I said, it's not like we slamming her because we're not slamming her. The only thing we have a concern about the boyfriend because you never know when the boyfriend could get mad. But I mean, you never know when that boyfriend can get mad. You never know. But
she told me everything about. She told me everything.
All right, so she was up front with you. Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, well that's okay then.
Even she was. I give her this. She was actually honest about herself.
Okay.
Never heard that from any other woman I've been with. Like that. She was honest with herself. She just said, "I'm a bona fide whore." I'm like,
damn. Wait a minute. She actually said that.
But she's working with kids.
Hey,
she actually legit said that. Like, yo,
she legit said that. Wait a minute. Round of applause.
I was like, you were very honest about it, right?
If she is coming out and letting you know that, if she's coming out and letting you know that, then that Ralph the Rip letting you know I'm bona fide. Okay. I mean, you know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, we just started
joking around after that.
You know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, and it seems like it's game, so it's fair play as far as I'm concerned.
Fair play.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? It's hard to find people like that too. So I would say be very careful since she's doing that with a couple people, just to be careful. But
don't worry, of course.
And of course, the boyfriend, I don't know whenever he's going to switch up and get mad. So you got to be careful with that.
She told me the funny thing. She told me about the boyfriend that he does not leave Staten Island. He only stays.
It's Staten, okay. So okay. Even so, if you're giving her it better than the boyfriend is, there's gonna be times that she's gonna have to make a decision. I'm just letting you know that now. That's gonna end up happening. So I mean, but no,
those penis snakes in fucking throat to Jesus Christ.
I mean, no, I mean, it sounds like you found someone that can help. You know, that can help him right now. I would say for now, and you know what I mean, may not be long term, but you know what you should do? Go ahead, bring her to the tournament. Bring her to the tournament. Bring her to the tournament.
She won't be around. She's gonna be in Florida.
Oh, she's still in Florida. Oh, okay, never mind. I would say bring her to the tournament so I can be here and see, you know what I mean, and try and gauge where the hell she's at, because that's just I would say don't bring her boyfriend.
Put it like this. Put it like this now. I feel great. I'm on my Andrade shit right now, so
Andrade? Really? Okay. He feeling smooth about himself. Okay.
Dude, like, just you wait.
It is all right. Like I said, I would just worry about him either being jealous or him wanting to join. Just be very careful. That's all. Yeah. But other than that, do you? Yeah, do you?
Like I said,
well,
felt great. Felt like $1 million. I'll tell you like this: she gave me a good workout though.
Well, you've been training, so
gave me a good fucking workout.
Good. That's good to hear. You know, but again, before we go to our next topic, I want to make sure that she knows that if she listens to this podcast, no way are we trashing her, no way are we jumping all over or calling her any names. I want to give her a round of applause for being who she is. I'm just giving out applause. I don't care. That just sounds like a great situation.
Fucking Pooh over here talking about let event join.
No. I'm good. All right, I'm okay. All right. But she's got the Korean booty slut, and you already heard Ben. He's looking. Ben's looking for the hookup.
Man, I know he's in the chat somewhere.
He'll show up later. He'll show up later. But let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So we got to talk about NBC and the BBC and their horrible coverage of the Tokyo Olympics. Look, I can't turn on the Olympics and keep seeing gymnastics and swimming. All right? I need to see fencing. I need to see the BMX stuff. I need to see the skateboarding. I need to see all the other things, archery. I need to see all of this stuff. And for you to not put them on the bigger stage and have them on these smaller channels, and it seems like in BBC they're doing the same thing. I've seen a number of complaints where stuff will go off on BBC, so now you got to go to this channel or that channel or this channel, and it's split up between 4 or 5 channels. That's absolutely insane. Ben, have you been watching any of your coverage for this?
I honestly haven't, but I have heard that wasn't it on Discovery Plus was one of them as well, because they were trying to promote that a while ago, saying, "Oh, everything's going to be on the Discovery Plus." But yeah, I did see some of it. But yeah, I was disappointed. I just turned it off then at that point because I hate the BBC.
The chat is saying the British broadcasting of communism. Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Like,
That's true.
Well, they haven't really shown much. Like NBC here, they're just now starting to show track and field. Whether the schedules are. But if you want to see the other stuff, the good stuff, you got to go on other channels. You can't go to their main channel. That's the only way I was able to watch wrestling. It was the only way I was able to, Olympic wrestling or judo. It was the only way I was able to see them. I couldn't see them on the big on the big channels. You know what I mean? So again, I had to go.
Some of them, like the wrestling, it's not popular enough, so they don't forward out.
Exactly.
Small
That's exactly what it is. It's not popular enough, and I personally feel that disrespects the Olympics. I also want to talk about how is Russia still in the Olympics? They were banned this year from the Olympics. They were banned.
Well, they got around it. Got around it.
Yeah, they got around it by calling themselves the Russian Olympic Committee. They changed their name, and all of a sudden, they're allowed to be back in the Olympics. Mind you, the entire country was banned for doping. The guy who busted them almost got killed. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Oh shit.
There's no way that it's okay for Russia just, we're just going to go with a name change, and we're going to make sure that we have athletes that are, I guess, clean, and you're going to test them all the time, and all of a sudden, they can do what they need to do. No, if you ban an entire country for doping, you just going to have to hold that L. That's how I feel. Hold that as a collective. Hold that L.
Breaking news, guys. They just brought this to our attention.
Okay.
We got to talk about the Bray Wyatt.
Wait, hold on. You said breaking news?
Yes.
That was yesterday.
We got to talk about that Bray Wyatt.
It's really not breaking news, but I mean, okay, I'll give you the intro for breaking news. All right, here go the breaking news intro.
Thank you, Ben.
Breaking news: Bray Wyatt has been released from the WWE because, what was it, budget cuts?
Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
Quote unquote
budget cuts.
But John Laurinaitis fired him or some shit like that.
Budget cuts. That's all we can go with right now is budget cuts because that's all we know. It's a dumb move. I think that this man, as you know, was one of the most creative in the WWE. He was suffering from depression from, Brody Lee's death, and it's taken him a while to get back. You have to be kidding me. And he tried to bury his character every time. He always found a way to reimagine himself or reinvent himself. And with a talent like that, which is a generational talent who can keep doing that, you don't get rid of that guy. You don't get rid of that. That's absolutely insane. At least that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Well, when you have all
I'll tell you this though, he gonna go to AEW.
I hope he goes to AEW. I was gonna say I hope he goes to AEW, and I hope he joins the Dark Order.
Because my friend brought up a good, valid speculation. Bray Wyatt goes to AEW, joins Dark Order, and fucking Eric Redbeard comes with him.
Well, we're still.
Bray Wyatt left the WWE.
He got fired. He was released. He was released.
Oh man!
Due to budget cuts.
Where the fuck have I been?
Hey, he was fired.
Yeah, he's fired. So yeah, it's crazy.
I just remember him with the fucking little lantern and everyone putting on their cell phone and the lights
when
going
you
dim.
When you can captivate a crowd like that, you don't get rid of that person. That's crazy.
I'll tell you one thing, Bray Wyatt is still my favorite wrestler. Even people around the block call me Bray Wyatt when I used to have the long hair. I have the outfit.
Bruh.
I legit have the outfit.
You
I
just
can
don't
wrestle like Bray Wyatt anytime.
You just don't have a beard. I get it.
No, I don't have the long hair.
No,
I still got the beard.
We still have the beard. Okay.
I'm gonna say, if Bray Wyatt turns up, he needs to be on his own for a bit. Let him have some momentum, and then let him make his own stable. Because I don't want him really be associated with the Dark Order yet.
No,
Well, at least
Dark Order
gaming.
needs that push.
It
It's
does.
perfect.
It does need
They
to push.
do, but at the same time, there's so many fucking factions,
Well,
dude.
there is faction. Well, AEW is faction wars as it is, but you should also know that the Dark Order does need Bray Wyatt, and I say this because it works well. We were talking about it online not too long ago. -1 is the leader of the Dark Order, but as we know, -1 is Brody Lee's son. He's still a kid. He's got classes. He's got all this stuff. You can use Bray. You use Bray Wyatt as a conduit. You can use Bray Wyatt as a conduit for -1. And bring.
Isn't -1 a character from the IT crowd?
No.
Oh.
Not that I know of. I get what you're saying, but no.
Do they play Street Countdown?
No.
No, I just really want Dark Order to get that push. They deserve titles.
They do.
Especially the tag team title.
Well, they know. You got Penta Zero. You got Death Triangle and Santana and Ortiz. Still, Santana and Ortiz deserve a shot too.
Same here too. I love Santana Ortiz too, but I feel like Dark Order, like after what happened, like they really need a push.
Well, I don't know. They're getting a push. I think they just need more guys to wrestle. I mean, we haven't seen them wrestle in like as they did last week in a long time. So it's been a while.
I'm just hoping the rumor's not true that Hangman Page not going to get a title shot.
Well, apparently he still is, but they're bringing Christian to the forefront just for this one thing.
For fuck's sake, just let him have it another time. Don't need to build him up.
I don't know.
Kenny Omega made a stipulation for Hangman Page.
Yeah, so he can't. So he can't.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And the Dark Order can't get the tag team titles. Yeah, so they're going to put that to the forefront. They will bring him back. They will. But I didn't want to get off. But since that was breaking news, I didn't want to get off topic here because we were talking about the Olympics. Yeah. And Simone Biles, all right, withdraws from competition for mental health. The question is she still the greatest of all time? Now, Thank you. And I want to get to this because Piers Morgan, Charlie Kirk, Clay Travis, a lot of these people, the usual suspects, are saying how it's heartless, saying how she has no heart, she has no spine, she has no grit. I can't believe that she would just quit like that. And yeah, even the chat is saying she ain't got shit to prove. I agree. If you've seen the number of medals this girl has won and the things that she was attempting to do other than any other gymnast in the world, all right, didn't matter what country you were from, the difficulty of what she was doing out there. They weren't just the same old pattern, simple gymnast flips and stuff. No, she was doing things. The thing she messed up on the most, she was doing a double twist in midair, and she only got half of that double twist. And to be disappointed that she didn't land the full double twist, that tells me enough.
Here's what I gotta say about that. I want to see the three of them try to do what she does.
Yeah, I would love to see some role reversal. I would love to.
Here's the thing, though. It's not about role reversal. My issue with this whole thing here is that they're scoring her different because she's
the best in the world,
genuinely on a different level than everyone else.
Yes.
So they have to score. They're moving the goalposts for her, like further away, which is kind of
gymnastics has always done that.
I mean,
they've always done that. They do it in ice skating a lot too. They play favorites. They do.
Yeah, they do. Some of the judges do.
Yeah.
But the thing is that she's not scored the same as the other ones, which is kind of shitty though, because but then again, if that were the case, then she would just shit all over them. I mean, if she was scored the same way, but that's the thing though, she actually has a handicap against her, and she was still competing. Now the whole thing about about her not being able to because of mental health, what I understood is that they wouldn't allow her to take Adderall because she has ADHD.
Okay.
That was the reason why that was her reason for pulling out.
All right.
Me having ADHD myself growing up through school, man, some of that stuff makes you feel really, really strange when you come off it. It's literally meth.
So there's a crash.
There is a crash. There is a crash at the very end of it, and I think it was in Japan. They banned Adderall, so that's why she wasn't able to participate because she's like, well, I can't do this if I can't have my Adderall, and that's basically that was the whole quote unquote mental health thing.
Okay.
And
They're assuming it's a
it,
performance enhancing drug, I guess, right?
I don't know what it is. They just
Because all
they
it
just
does
don't
is
allow it.
all Adderall does
It's
is
focus. Keeps you
it
focused.
makes you focus.
Yeah, makes you focus.
Well, it'll make you focus, but if someone that doesn't actually have ADHD, it's speed.
Okay.
Plain and simple, it's math.
Okay.
But you know, it does have a crash, and I think she felt like she wasn't on her game.
Yeah.
She couldn't focus if she didn't have it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can understand where that comes from, because trust me, having ADHD is the weirdest fucking thing ever, because it is like, have you ever seen Superman? Has anyone ever seen Superman Returns?
Yes.
Y'all remember that?
I remember that. Yes.
Do you remember when Superman flew into space and he could hear everything all at once?
Yes.
That's what ADHD is like. You hear everything at once. You cannot. It's hard to focus on one thing because you can literally hear everyone's conversation all at once. It's the weirdest shit ever. And the best way to cope with it, either you're going to be medicated or you got to learn how. It's like controlled chaos. It's most people that cope with it, they have to do multiple things at once to stay focused. It sounds counterproductive, but you can't tell someone that has ADD or ADHD to just focus on one thing, like let's say her performance and doing this. ADHD people cope with it by having to have multiple stimulus going on at once. So let's say if you want them to write a report or something, they have to have music on the background and then a TV show up at once and playing a video game, and they're going to be able to do it.
Damn.
And it's you're like,
that's
how
a lot of
multitasking.
That's a lot of multitasking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how an ADHD person can thrive. I know that from personal experience because at work, people my bosses would be like, Brian, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, but they couldn't argue with the results. I was getting it done, but it just looked like I was like, dude, you're doing way too much. Or I'll be handling 3 different accounts at one time when I was working as a negotiator. I was handling 3 different cases at once, on the line with 3 different things at once. It was ridiculous, and it was like, all right, well, that's how you can function. That's how you do it then.
Also, you become really, really high strung. Like when you kind of mess up, you become a little bit of a raw nerve. Like it's happened to me on numerous different occasions. Like I'll become a raw nerve.
Well, and that's the thing. You can become easily discouraged, and I think that's what's going on with Simone here, with her ADHD and everything. And I think that's a good. I guess you could say cop out. I wouldn't say cop out, but
it's a legit reason.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get really discouraged pretty quickly if you're, and it's hard to gain your focus. And again, if you're only doing one thing, that's a worse thing. If you're saying, all right, Simone, you just got to focus on just this one goal and do this. If you don't have anything, like I said, if you're not fidgeting or doing something else, and you got ADHD, man, it's going to be hard to clear your mind and just do the task at hand. So that's why she, like I said, she wanted she needed her medication.
We have seen
as a kid for me in school, like in middle school especially, I had to take Ritalin.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's the question: when we see these guys come out like a Charlie Kirk or a Piers Morgan or a Clay Travis, and they're saying it's un-American or she doesn't have the heart and all this stuff, are we denying mental health at that point? Are we overlooking mental health because people?
I think they can't say anything until you want.
I think they are.
That's what I mean. They are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but you have to understand, there are people who actually agree with them. Unfortunately, there are. Are we? I would say, what have we learned from this? When it comes to mental health, because all I've seen since she's done that is just people dogpile her through these type of people.
Well,
those type of people that don't understand or have experience in that area.
The problem is that no matter what, these kind of vultures are always going to be around. It's got to needs to be a shit. And we're bringing out Ed Horse.
Yeah.
But look how many fucking times the TMZ fucking harass her. Look how many times BBC will contact, I don't know, go after someone or whoever. It's always going to happen, unfortunately. The only way you can do is trying to ignore it and try and go forward.
Yeah.
But that's easier said and done when you got these fucking mongoloids who know fuck all they're talking about.
It's
always going to happen.
It does feel like mongoloids. That's how they act. And these are grown men now. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah. I mean, but, that's why I like to say role reversal. Because I would love to see Piers Morgan was spraying his arm trying to pick up a pint, let alone trying to do a backflip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, they don't really have much. They don't really have much room to talk because, like I said, they probably don't know anybody or personally experienced anything of what
Yeah, she's going
that
through.
she deals with, like
Yeah.
her having to require medication for her disorder.
Yeah.
Like
I think-
But what I will say,
Go ahead.
moving forward though, for her, she should seek alternative methods other than medication, because I will say this: medication, being medicated for it sucks. She does need to look for alternative, like some kind of treatment,
Okay.
rather than medication.
All right.
Wouldn't weed help because of that can mellow you out a little bit and chill you out a bit.
Well, I mean, it's kind of sad to see what's going on in sports, but
some people will actually can actually kind of grow out of it. Like me, I sort of grew out of it, so I don't need
It is possible.
I don't need to take medication for it anymore. I haven't taken medication for it in years.
okay.
It was like roughly around in my middle of my high school years is when I pretty much came out of it to where I wasn't needing to take it anymore, like because I could put myself in the right mindset and be able to know, okay, don't overdo it.
Yeah.
It's it's like I said. I think more it's about creating behaviors and things, and that's what she could probably do to manage it. Is just creating new habits, things like that, and sticking to routines. Routines are going to be the things that really helps. But it's like I said. I think going forward, I think she should really look at this. I mean, if she wants to step back and for her own mental health, that's good. While she's on the topic of mental health and while she is trying to do something better about it, seek alternative methods so that way she can still compete in future Olympics or compete further without that, because you never know, this might happen again where you can't have Adderall or something and you can't be medicated while you're competing. At that point, that's going to be your downfall.
I don't think that people understand that this isn't just an Olympic issue. This comes down to they have meets way before the Olympics. All right, we notice every athlete, whether it's track and field, swimming, whatever, they have all these meets throughout the year in order to even get to qualifiers before they can even get to the Olympics. So we know that there's more going on than just the Olympics. They've done this for so long, and when you don't hear about it, I think that's what it is. We don't hear about the other gymnastic meets or what world qualifiers and stuff like that. You don't hear a lot about that type of stuff. Because they don't televise it that much until it's time for the year 4 comes around for the Olympics. Now you're hearing about this stuff. You know what I mean? You don't hear about it from year 1 to work all the way up to year 4. You know what I mean? So I think
it's probably because it's not newsworthy to them.
Is
my guess.
To them, yeah.
It's because they just don't care. That's the thing. They don't care. As long as you're giving them money, they don't care. And speaking of Piers Morgan, how does it feel you lost your job, bitch?
Piers Morgan is the last person to talk. I mean, he sat there and he said, but still, let's not forget, this is the same Piers Morgan who is like, oh, you had no spine, you had no guts to do whatever you had to do, Simone Biles. Wasn't he the guy who walked off a stage, off a set, because the guys were arguing with him?
Yeah, because somebody hit him with some hard facts and he couldn't counter it. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out.
So much for that, you know what I mean? But speaking of sports, though, we're still in sports. The NFL warns teams that they will forfeit games and players won't be paid if they're not vaxxed. So that's number 1. But this is the big one here for me. Washington football team, Washington Redskins, whatever you want to call them. I know some of it's culturally insensitive these days because of all the name changing.
You know what? I'm Native American. I don't give a fuck that it's called.
There you go.
Redskins and the Cleveland Indians, but
The
whatever.
Cleveland Generals now.
So
the Cleveland Generals,
What do they call themselves? The Washington Nationals now?
No, they're calling the Washington football team. Washington Nationals is a baseball team.
Oh, that's right, because they don't have an official team name.
They don't have an official team name.
And then what was it? The Cleveland Indians are now going to be called the what?
The Generals.
The Generals, yeah.
I'm sorry, the Guardians. The Guardians.
Guardians, yeah.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah. So which one's going to be Star-Lord?
I don't know. But still, the Washington football team coach, Ron Rivera, who is immune deficient due to cancer treatment, is frustrated with his players not being vaxxed. The team isn't at, they're nowhere at a 50% rate, and only 14 of 32 football clubs are at 90%. So if you're going to have these type of forfeits and players not getting paid and no one is vaxxed, this football season is going to be a mess.
Yeah.
I'm also going to say this is very Triculian as well. You can't force people to make a decision. That's not right. And that's the one.
I mean,
let people do what they want, and if they fuck up, they fuck up. Block them.
I still feel it's wrong for people like Ron Rivera. I mean, people who are immune deficient because of his cancer treatments. I think it's wrong to be around him unvaxxed. You know what I mean? Because it can lap back on into him. Is this a worldwide thing? Hold on, we may have to have some breaking news on this one. Hold on. All right, hold
on. Can you hear us good though, stream chat?
Breaking news. They can hear us. Breaking news. Comcast has shit the bed. They really have. You can't tell me that. I thought it was just us that are having outages. Now you're telling me that everyone's having outages. They're just having bad outages altogether. So if everybody can hear us fine, we're good for now because I'm using my hotspot. That's why. Cell phone hotspot. Thank God. You know what? I'm going to give a round of applause for my cell phone hotspot because they deserve it, baby. I'm sorry. And
I got balls of steel.
Yeah, my phone's plugged in. I'm just making sure, all right? Because, I mean, if we're stuck here, then we're stuck here. But let's get, started on what we were talking about. And I'm telling you all now, if we go down again, we'll just have to come back and do this another time. Okay.
Before you start, I just want to say for everybody that stuck around, we really appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Yeah, and those that left, we don't appreciate you.
Damn.
And they came back, y'all are fake as fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
We really appreciate y'all supporting us too for the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It's one of those things. So we're gonna try and keep moving. Yep. So. Let's move on from our other news. Ryan Giggs kicked ex-girlfriend in back and threw her naked out of the hotel room.
God damn, he yeeted the bitch out the room.
Yeeted her out the door.
He yeeted the shit out of her. Oh my God.
Oh man, he kicked her.
Yeah, he kicked her.
He didn't do it though. He didn't. I swear.
I'm just
dude. That's brutal, man. I don't know. I mean, I know you're not supposed to hit a bitch, but you're definitely not supposed to kick a bitch.
You're not kick her down like that. How do you do that?
Unless it's like a life or death situation. Honestly, if it's a life or death situation, that's the only okay time to
put your hands on a woman. Yes, life or death situation.
Unless she's like, coming at you with a knife or something, life or death.
Yep.
There ain't no reason to put your hands on a woman like that.
Yeah, there's no reason. That's not very nice. So yeah, it's to hear that is, whew, boy. But we should move on from our sports segment, and now we're going to talk about something that has hurt everybody in the fields, probably between the legs, whether you have no matter what genitals you have. He-Man for Netflix. That's right.
Oh God damn it!
He-Man.
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 You can't call it He-Man without He-Man.
You can't call it He-Man without He-Man. And He-Man for Netflix series apparently got review bombed. And people are blaming fans for being hurt and salty. And on the other half, they're saying, or should I say the other end, they're saying, no, it's warranted. Now, I stayed away from He-Man for this simple reason. Because I saw the way it was going, the way Kevin Smith, people had pointed out to me before that he was lying and that how he didn't like He-Man at all. So why would you put somebody in charge of someone who doesn't like He-Man? Why would you do that? You should know. So for those who watched it, I know some of you watched it because y'all warned me not to watch it. Y'all want to get into this real quick? We want to unpack this real quick?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do a quick rundown of it.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I'm one of the people that actually watched all 5 episodes. Sure, it started out great. The animation is, thank you. I'll say this, the animation is really good.
For the team.
Yeah, he did. He took one for the team.
And it starts out, like, oh, it's He-Man. All right, cool. And then shortly after that, it just like goes, hey, you remember He-Man, right? Yeah, well, he's gone. Like they literally pulled a Terminator Dark Fate on He-Man.
They bait and switched him. That's what they did.
Like they literally, like, you know, as fast as, like, you remember watching Dark Fate. You know how fast they killed John Connor off as a kid.
Yes.
They do the exact same thing.
Oh my god.
And then they bring him back, and then pretty much
kill him again.
Do the same thing at the end of the episode.
No. So wait, they brought him back just to kill him again? What?
Here's my problem. All right. So this is getting into gender politics because that's exactly what He-Man has devolved into.
God.
There's a bunch of gender politics and toxic masculinity. And so here's the thing that I saw from the few episodes that I watched is He-Man gets killed. He-Man gets brought back. He's dead as this ghost, and then he gets blamed for all of Tila's problems. She just basically lays into him after he was a victim. Okay, and then basically it goes on to basically kind of in a very roundabout way how, you know, men are kind of vilifying men.
It's He-Man.
It's a band of 3 chicks. We're gone. We're down.
What?
We're buffering. Oh, no, we're back. Okay, yeah, it was buffering for a second.
So anyway, so the way it ends up happening is, so He-Man ends up, you know, doing this big heroic thing and sacrificing himself, and upon that issue, the whole thing is that Tila was the only one left out of the secret, and also for King Randor. King Randor had no idea that his son was He-Man.
Okay.
And then as soon as, you know, they're back at the palace, they're grieving for him and this and that. Tila decides to make it all about herself, saying like, "Fuck you guys! You know, you didn't tell me this secret," and just made the whole issue about herself.
Well, isn't that
not the fact that Adam died?
Yeah.
But isn't that the entire point, though? He's supposed to keep his secrecy. I mean, the king didn't even know. Like, come on.
And then the king decides, you know, he gets upset at Man-at-Arms and says, "You're banished. Get out."
You bet you what? They
Don't come
banished
back.
Man-at-Arms. How? He's one of the best characters on the show.
They banish Man-at-Arms. So he's like, all right, fine. So he leaves, goes off, and becomes, you know, kind of a hermit guy, you know. And then he's, you know, he takes care of Orko. Oh yeah, that. I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you're a fan of Orko, you're about to hear some really fucked up shit.
I'm a fan of Orko.
You know what?
Yeah,
Orko goes too.
Yeah, I heard, and I went after Kevin Smith for that one too. I went after him because he was like, "Oh, you know, Orko was such an annoying character." Blah blah. I'm like, "Yo, I loved Orko. What the fuck are you talking about? Without Orko, we don't get Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. We don't."
Yeah.
But here's the deal. So if you look at the name of the show, it's called Masters of the Universe. There's no He-Man and
the Masters of the Universe. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so then what they end up doing is they set up Tila as, you know, she, you know, has this fit of, you know, rage, and it starts yelling at everyone else, saying that, you know, making it about her because she's like, you know, fuck your feelings. You know, you never told me the secret. You kept it from me.
But he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. And so she turns it around, makes it herself, takes her little helmet thing off, throws it on the ground, turns around and just walks off and just says, "I'm done with magic. Fuck magic. I don't care anymore," and then becomes a mercenary.
Tell me that doesn't help. That doesn't help women's case at all. Like not showing that they're drama queens or whatever shit like that.
This is
horrible. I don't think that helps their case at all.
So the man who spent 20 plus years defending the Castle of Grayskull gets killed. All right. I take it that Skeletor became the master of the universe. I take it.
He died too.
Oh, he died too.
Oh, he died too.
Well, then what the fuck?
Sort of dies.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? What's the point?
So what Skeletor? Okay, so in the explosion with the conflict between He-Man and Skeletor, what ends up happening is that Skeletor, before his body is destroyed, he puts his essence inside of Evil Lynn's scepter. So he's been residing and hiding in there the whole time.
Okay.
Adam was dead.
Okay, so Skeletor just got away.
And that's symbolism for that she's the one in control. Women are controlling the men.
Oh, come on. Does this really have to... Oh.
No. Hold on. No. Evil Lynn is actually a really cool-ass character in this show.
Okay.
She's actually cool. Tila not so much. She's more of a bitch.
I just don't understand.
Like, to be honest, Tila is a bitch in the show.
Well, she gets that haircut that strong independent women get in animes.
You know what?
Well, apparently that's
okay.
Okay, so that haircut that you see with the side shaved head, that's actually a cultural thing within. That had to do with like Vikings and stuff.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. I like that haircut. So for me, I don't have a problem with that.
There's a point to that haircut. Again, it's all to like it's like harkens back to like old Vikings and stuff.
I don't know what it is, but what was it? That stripper from Utah, she had that haircut, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so pretty much like the whole show is like this is not He-Man. This is Tila.
The Tila show.
Tila and Master of the Universe.
Okay, well, there's more to this because since fans were being so vocal about He-Man, the way he's been treated, Kevin Smith has responded to He-Man criticism, telling you all to grow the fuck up. To grow up. Now, this is the Kevin Smith. Wait a minute. This is the same Kevin Smith that went after Tim Burton for Batman 1989. This is the same Kevin Smith. You don't understand, Lord. Went on a 20-minute rant for it. But now, since it's come back to him, you're going to tell me that you're not allowed to be vocal towards him? That's absolutely insane.
Oh, no, it gets even better. It gets even better because if you remember when he did his most recent podcast, he openly admitted that when he was talking to the execs of Netflix, he basically stated, because Kevin Smith likes to talk and keep talking and out himself and other things.
He does.
And he basically just said that when he was talking to the execs of Netflix, they basically told him they don't care because they already got everybody's money.
Damn. I mean, the strong independent woman thing, you already have She-Ra, so what's the point? Oh, then again, they didn't.
Well,
they
you saw they fucked up She-Ra too.
They fucked that up. Yeah, they remade that. And yeah.
And then on top of that, they Cartoon Network fucked up Thundercats.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah.
What's next? They gonna fuck up Mask?
How about they just stop remaking these? Just stop. How about that? Is that possible?
All they're doing is just making them all woke.
And there's no reason for it.
It's not doing anyone a favor.
There's just no reason for it, as far as I'm concerned.
For somebody that's asking about for somebody asking which Thundercats, it would be Thundercats Roar.
Yeah, Thundercats Roar. The other one, the 2011 one was good. Yeah, if you're gonna watch one, watch that.
The 2011 was good. They fucked it up with Thundercats Roar.
I can't. I just can't anymore. But I mean, you did bring up Terminator. You did say they pulled the Terminator, and I want to talk about that. For those who don't know, James Cameron says he was high on ecstasy when he wrote Terminator 2. Well, you know what? Go get that man some ecstasy. Go get him some.
Yeah, let's get James Cameron back on some X, and maybe he can write a good third movie.
Yeah, like come on,
close it out.
Close this shit out with some X. All right. Because it's absolutely ridiculous that that's what we're at right now. But I mean, in more movie news, what we've seen in this week, I mean, for those who don't know, Black Widow gets an early digital release. It was originally supposed to be out in October, all right? But Disney has decided to push it to August. Now, for those who have seen Black Widow, I've seen Black Widow myself. All right, I paid for the premiere access, which is the first time I've ever done that. Bless you.
Thank you.
But that was the first time I ever done that, and I will never do it again because Black Widow really wasn't that good. All right, but for the price it would have cost to go to the movies and see it, paying $30 at home was nothing compared to movie tickets, popcorn, soda. You get what I'm saying. So
right.
Yeah, so it was still cheaper. Now that we're seeing that Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over a contract breach for releasing Black Widow on Disney Plus. Because her salary was partly based on box office earnings, and Marvel promised her an exclusive theatrical release. Now, with that said, I think people have to understand that not every theater is open still due to COVID. Not every theater. Okay? This movie, I feel, shouldn't have been on the premiere access anyway. But if you want to put it out in theaters, I mean, they held this movie hostage for what? A year? Because it was supposed
roughly. Yeah, they kept pushing it back.
They kept pushing it back even though it was done. They had to make new trailers.
Just like 007.
Yeah, they had to make new trailers for it so it can tie into WandaVision and Captain and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier. So they had to keep, updating it. Now, like I said, I watched the movie. It was all right. It was good. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't great. It wasn't like, ooh, ah. I'm sure it probably would have been different if I was in the big screen on IMAX and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Probably. But I got a 75-inch TV here. I think I could have got to see, with surround sound and everything, with Bose surround sound. I think I can do pretty good to emulate that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for her, I feel like this. The big fight that you're waiting for in Black Widow, it never happens. And that was my biggest gripe with the movie. It never happens. So you get a little taste of it in the beginning, and then when it comes down to the big bad guy at the end, which is Taskmaster, you don't get the fight. So,
yeah. How do you think? My question to you is, how do you think they handle Taskmaster?
I don't like it at all. I didn't like the way they handled
Taskmaster we're talking about? This is the second question. Is it the OG Kevin Sullivan Taskmaster?
No.
Fuck.
No. It's they changed Taskmaster for the worse. And here's the thing. They could have still pulled it off.
I heard what they did with the identity of Taskmaster.
Yeah, with the identity of Taskmaster. They could have pulled it off a little bit better than what they did. They could have. You could have still did this the right way, but they chose not to. So, yeah. So you're going to be I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to be very disappointed if you get the Taskmaster that you think you're going to get. All right? And you don't even get
it's not
you don't get the big fight at the end.
Kevin Sullivan, man.
You don't get the big fight at the end either. So, yeah, I'm just letting you know. There's no fight. There's no point of it. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. They teased for another show, which was good, what they did. But that was the best part of the movie, the tease for the next show. So, either way, it's not just Scarlett Johansson now that is thinking about suing Disney. Emma Stone now is coming out and thinking about suing Disney because of her Cruella movie.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck Emma Stone. She sucks.
Well, it doesn't matter if she sucks or not. It's the fact that they were promised theatrical releases. But people have to understand that with COVID, you're not going to get but so much theatrical release. A lot of people are still wary about going to the theater to go see a movie. Like I said, at one point, the theaters here were charging, 1 cent per ticket? And they still couldn't get people to go. Still couldn't. So I don't want to say that this is one of those things where Disney is in the wrong or the actors are in the wrong. I think both of them are in the wrong. I think both are in the wrong.
I mean, you saw the most recent article that came up. Now Disney's fighting back against Scarlett Johansson, though.
Yes, and then her talent agency said something saying that you shouldn't say that because you're trying to paint her in the wrong light and trying to be insensitive to COVID and what's going on. Her talent agency actually came out and said that. So as far as I'm concerned, this is something that I feel is just absolutely insane. And I don't know, but that's how I see it. For me, it's just like, it's Black Widow it's not a bad, okay, because people are saying, so don't see the movie. You can see the movie. You're going to get a lot of action in Black Widow. But there is a part where there's a layover where it's just talking and talking and talking and talking, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the action again. It's a pretty long movie. It's, like I said, it's an okay movie. It's a good movie. It's not great. It's okay. But
my nigga, you said Kevin Sullivan's not in the movie, though.
No.
OG Taskmaster.
Look, Taskmaster, I don't want to give it away. I really don't give it away. But Taskmaster is not Taskmaster. I'm just letting you know that now.
Fuck, man. The Legion of Doom. Fuck.
So, I'm just letting you know, Taskmaster is not Taskmaster. Yeah, they're saying it's 2 hours and 41 minutes, and you don't get the big fight at the end that it seemed like it was building up to. Just letting you know.
Fuck, man. The Dungeon of Doom doesn't make their appearance. Fuck.
So I'm just letting you know.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Do you at least get a lot of Scarlett Johansson booty shots?
You get no. This one was not. She was fully covered up. You don't get many booty shots. This is more of front FaceTime shots. Scarlett Johansson still performs as a good fighter. You know what I mean? Her stunt double performs as a great fighter. But her sister did a lot of work in this one as well, which you will see her later in said show. I guess I can say it because it's already been announced. She will be in Hawkeye. So get ready for that. That's going to be an interesting thing. The way they built Black Widow, I would play this. Don't expect to see Black Widow anytime soon after this, between lawsuits or whatever. If they cast another Black Widow, they'll have to pull a multiverse to do it. But you will not see Black Widow unless they do that. This is it. This is done for her.
Well, to be fair, she's in quote dead in Endgame, so.
Well, that's the entire point I'm trying to say. You won't see her unless they try and bring her back. But after this lawsuit, we may not see Scarlett Johansson back as Black Widow.
Disney may not even. Disney may not bring her back because of that.
Yeah, we may not see that. So, but in more news, Netflix has announced a live action Pokemon series. Live action.
Well, if they do it, I mean, hopefully it'll be done in the same kind of aspect of Detective Pikachu.
See, the chat is talking about exactly what I wanted to say but won't say. That's all I'm going to say. They're talking about how the ending is and how everything's coming together. They're saying what I don't want to say because I don't want to give it up. I don't want to. That's exactly what it was. So yeah, but that's exactly what I'm thinking. So we're on the same page on that one. So yeah, but yeah, this live action Pokemon. Look, unless like Detective Pikachu, there's no reason for this to happen. Unless they do it like Detective Pikachu, it's not going to happen. So I'm letting y'all know that now. So
they did make Tila very, very masculine.
Oh, they're coming back? They're coming back masculine. Yeah, she's very masculine. I know, the muscle definition and everything. I understand it. You're a warrior and you need the muscle definition. But then again, when it's compared to other female warriors and they're still, like say like a Wonder Woman, she doesn't have that much muscle. You know what I mean? But still magically gets by. You know what I mean? So
even back in the old He-Man, like she kicked a lot of ass too.
Yeah, she did. But they'll never give you that credit though. They'll never say, they'll just say, look at the way she's dressed. And not the fact that she actually did kick ass. But you know how that goes. But like I said, speaking about Pokemon, Detective Pikachu, I will say, I liked. I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. I thought it was a fun movie. Netflix bringing this to the big, to their small screen, I should say. I am very worried about because Netflix hasn't gotten anything right when it comes to anime adaptation or Japanese animation in general, not just anime, but adaptation in general. I mean, I can't get over Death Note still. Death Note was so bad. It was so bad.
About that live action Netflix bullshit. I prefer to watch the Japanese live action much better.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the movie L Save the World was better than the Netflix anime, the live action anime. I can't do it. I just can't. A lot of live action animation that goes with these anime, they don't really go well. I'll say Kenshin went well. Kenshin was well done. Kenshin was really well done. Yeah, it was really well done. You know what I mean? But
what about that live action? I think what was it?
Bleach.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, Full Metal. You know what? I couldn't even watch it all. I couldn't watch all of Full Metal. It was okay, but I mean,
I don't know enough about Full Metal Alchemist to even.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm not really.
Oh, y'all haven't. Oh, if you haven't seen, I put it like this: if you want the fat cut out of Full Metal Alchemist, you want to watch the anime, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. If you want the fat cut.
That's what everyone says.
Yes.
I've only watched it up until I think a little bit past the dog episode.
Yeah. The heartbreaking episode.
I think that's what made me I was like, I'm done.
Checked out at that point. I'm sure a lot of people checked out at that point.
Yeah. That was a tough episode to get by. It was a heart wrencher. It was. But I mean, if you get a chance, watch Brotherhood. It's really well done. You always say it takes out all the fat. You don't have to worry about that. So
it's like Dragon Ball Z Kai, but for Full Metal Alchemist.
But for Full Metal Alchemist fans, yeah, it's definitely worth the watch.
When it comes to that, it's that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood goes and stays with the manga, and what happened with the original, it was trying to catch up. It was just pretty much filler at that point. At one point during halfway through it, that's why they did that. In the second bit.
Are y'all? Oh man, they're fighting in the chat. let them fight. Right? Whether what's the GOAT to be? Look, the GOAT when it comes to anime, Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know about that one. We'll have to see. But yeah. I don't know, but you know what?
Best of all time? Nah, that's Tenchi Muyo, man.
You see, you're saying Tenchi, some are saying Dragon Ball, some are saying a lot of things. Goat anime, everyone has a different goat.
First of all,
goes.
goat anime, I think is unanimous, is just Gundam. All right, there you go.
Yeah,
well,
that's pretty great.
Well, I'm going to stay out of this one because I don't think it's the goat. I don't. I think the goat.
Gundam is the goat. What are you talking about?
I don't think Gundam is the goat. I think that goes to Akira.
Okay, but that's not a series. It's a movie.
Well, if it's a series, then I'm gonna go Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
I mean, all right.
See what I mean? There's a difference.
I'm mad that you said that Kevin Sullivan was not in
Black Widow. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing about that. That's Disney's call.
Fuck Disney, son. They don't got the OG Kevin Sullivan, son. No Dungeon of Doom, no Taskmaster.
Like people saying Cowboy Bebop should be on that list. There's a number of great anime that's out there.
There's a lot. There's a lot of shows on there that should be there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
One Piece.
I could even say what you're calling it.
No. I said One Piece because someone in the comments said Gundam is the young and the restless of anime. It never ends. I was like, no, that's One Piece. One Piece never ends.
One Piece. No. We're gonna go there. We gotta go. And was it? We have to go One Piece. We have to go Bleach. We have to go
Outlaw Star, Angel Links.
Okay. Well, first of all, the Bleach and the One Piece and the fucking
Naruto
stuff
and all that
shit doesn't even fucking count.
Yeah, that stuff is
Fucking count.
That shit is trash, dude.
Ooh, you want that's it. You just
like One Piece.
Nah,
I like One Piece a lot.
You didn't piss off a lot of people saying that.
Then you literally like to eat your own fucking garbage. Then is what you like. Is what you just told me.
God damn.
One Piece is okay. One Piece is okay.
Yo, you just pissed off a lot of fans.
You just told me you just literally told me you like pubes in your hot dog.
No, look, I'm being fair. After watching all the way to 500 and something fucking episodes.
Why would you watch so many episodes?
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. After 100, I mean, I like it a little bit after 100 episodes or so. I'm not going to sit through 100 episodes to like it a little.
You know, that's the problem.
I'm up to punk ass.
You marathon 500 plus episodes?
That's the problem with Shonen Jump anime is that they can never end.
Because they're making too much money.
God, dude.
That's why.
Well, to be fair, Naruto isn't telling me off in this because it's fucking.
They saying it in the chat. Ninjas don't wear orange. Thank you. They don't wear orange.
You know, Ben.
Ninjas are supposed to be hidden.
Ben, I mean, Ben, I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna leave you out of that.
But no, you want to talk about the OG harem? That's Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi was fun. It was fun for its time.
It still is fun.
But still, they're making. I was
about to say Sailor Moon is a harem. I was like, no, it's not.
See, we was gonna talk about that today, and we're not. They said ninjas don't wear orange. They're supposed to be like Snake Eyes. We decided not to talk about Snake Eyes today, simply because none of us watched it. Because none of us saw it, but we saw the reviews about how bad it was, and I don't know how bad it is. So I want to wait until I see Snake Eyes.
I think we have to reserve judgment until at least one of us sees it.
Yeah, if not one of us saw it yet,
Save
then
that for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see it for the next one. Yeah.
I don't want to do a hot take on something I know nothing about.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's gonna be some serious hot taking right there. Yeah, you want to talk about pissing your?
You want to watch something? You want to watch something with Snake Eyes? Go on YouTube and watch a bunch of G.I. Joe.
Well, you already pissed off people saying about Naruto. You already pissed off the fan base, so I'm just letting you know that now. But we can
all 500,000 of people that have no taste in anime.
Look,
whatever.
God damn.
They're on Ninja Run to the house now.
God damn, yeah, you might as well go. Ninja. I mean, goddamn.
Oh my god. Well, let's move on to the next.
Let's move on. Oh, wait, I got an error. I don't know if anyone can hear me or not. It says we're still live.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we good.
Is a little bit
all right, as long as they can hear us, that's all that matters. Okay, so our next one, we're going to talk about EA. I should start it right now. God damn it. Fucking EA.
EA games.
And they're bullshit.
And they're bullshit. We're starting it already. All right. You cannot tell me that EA Games, their VP, says the term gamer is being obsolete. All right?
Wow.
We haven't heard that before,
No.
now have we?
This is the same EA that also said that single-player games are dead. You gotta be fucking kidding me here, right? This is a joke, right?
Like I said, we haven't heard that article title before.
Yeah. But there's more. There's more. I mean, EA, first off, EA, go sit the fuck down. I mean, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, never mind. And they said single player games are dead in the age of, I think they wrote that article back when Breath of the Wild was doing gangbusters.
Yeah,
so
it was just killing it. It was killing numbers, and it was just like, that's what you say. That's what
Yeah,
EA
I think
does.
like when did Xenoblade Chronicles 2 show up?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
there's all kinds of.
There's too many single player titles that we can name that would absolutely destroy that theory. And the term gamer, as if it's taboo to say. No, we're gamers. That's what we do. We play games. You don't like it, take a fucking hike. It's that simple.
Suck a dick.
For real. Don't they got some gambling problems anyway they need to go tend to? EA?
Yep.
Yeah. Stop turning gamers into gamblers. How about that? Start with that and then you can talk. Now.
Yeah, no shit. Get the Ultimate Team bullshit out of your games and then
for
we
real.
can talk.
Yeah, then we can talk. But speaking of talking, and we're going to do a lot of talking on this issue, Activision Blizzard. That's right. Employees walk out amid sexual harassment allegations. Now, both men and women were sexually harassed. However, I have seen nothing but support for the women. What's up with this? I thought this was supposed to be equal. I thought this was equality. I thought we were supposed to.
And apparently there was sexual harassment against male employees as well.
Yes.
But not in the greatest of numbers. But equality, though.
Equality, though.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Look,
equality is only equality if it's only meaning that the women get to reap the benefits.
Well, I put it like this. I don't care if it was just one man that got sexually harassed. One is enough. One is enough.
Yeah.
And you've got to be kidding me that this is something that we're supposed to just turn a blind eye to. Now, mind you, that little weasel, Jason Schreier or Shearer or whatever you like to call him, I don't give a damn. I just call him, I'm going to press X here for Jason. That's what I'm going to call him. Press X to Jason. So from now on, his name is Press X. All right? That's his name. Press X.
Oh, shit.
All right? Press X decided that he was going to block me after what I said about him. Mind you, I didn't add him. Everyone else had their opinions of him and didn't add him. Some did have their opinions of him and added him, and they weren't blocked. However, I was blocked because I said he's a little fucking weasel, and he was sitting on this information, as he admitted himself. He was sitting on this information for a few years.
And his excuse was that he didn't have enough information to go on to write an article. Bullshit, dude.
That's bullshit.
Report the fucking news.
His entire career has been based off of rumors anyway, when something's getting ready to come out. He said GTA 6 was going to come out in 2022.
That's exactly what he could have done. He could have just said rumors of sexual harassment within Blizzard and Activision.
He knew, and like I said, it says 4 years. That's what he typed. No one else typed that. He did that. He said he knew a few things for a few years. So he knew and let this shit keep going. For a few years, that means he could have stopped this a long time ago. He could have blew the whistle on this. And let those people...
And then decided to blame it on Gamergate.
Exactly. And then was like, oh, the Gamergaters are questioning me. Just because someone questions you doesn't mean they're part of Gamergate. There was a number of people who was like, what's Gamergate? But they still came to question you. So I'm not trying to hear that.
Know. I don't know what the fuck Gamergate has to do with, workplace harassment.
It does. It has nothing.
Yeah.
It has nothing.
Like, what the fuck does that got to do? What does Gamergate got to do with workplace harassment?
And I said, instead of giving that little parasite, because he was like, contact me if you have any statements you want to make. No, don't contact him. Go lawyer up and make your statements then. Do it like an adult.
Yeah, and if you do that in public, you're gonna probably lose the case.
Yeah,
because
trial by
cancer might
public,
be-
exactly.
yeah.
Trial by public is not the way you want to go about this. You want to go to a lawyer and you want to go talk to somebody about it. You don't wait for this guy to show up, which pretty much is an ambulance chaser, and say, "Oh, now you can contact me and I'll report it now since the news is out," even though he knew, for a few years. It's absolutely a
Call
joke.
an ambulance.
But but not for me. But not for me. Exactly.
Not for me, but for thee.
But there's more. There's more to this. Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick apologizes for tone-deaf response to the harassment suits. Now, look, this man did not care. Bobby Kotick, as we all know, some people used to call him the devil, but Bobby Kotick is known for all the big moves that happen at Activision. So he was there with your Qatar Heroes. He was there with your Call of Duties. He was there when he said all types of things about gamers and how bad they are while he was counting his millions on his yacht. We know what Bobby Kotick's all about, okay? But for him to sit here and apologize, if you didn't notice, he didn't apologize about these things until he saw a stock drop. All right?
Yep.
That's when he decided, hey, let's start apologizing because we can't afford to lose any money. All right? So, if that's not enough to tell you, here's some more news for you. Activision hires union busting firm amid workers trying to come together for this walkout. So Activision doesn't give a shit about their workers being harassed or sexually harassed. And as we found out not too long ago, an IT guy came out from Activision and admitted that he installed cameras in the sink so they aim purposely at the toilet so when women, sit down and everything, so you can see everything going on. You're going to tell me you're going to hire a union busting firm to stop this. So you're worried more about workers unionizing and actually getting benefits as opposed to dealing with the sexual harassment problems.
And
Shows their priorities are at.
See,
What were you saying? What were you saying, Odin, son?
like, this is where I have a fucking problem, is that people don't want to fucking talk about fucking unions. Like, starting something new, like bringing this shit up from fucking years ago, like Cock Bulljoy being a cunt who wouldn't sort this shit out. He was not a man. He got cover up from the media, so he got proven media hiding at the news, as always, which Game Girl was talking about fucking long time ago. Wasn't about fucking this stupid shit. And secondly, we got fucking companies doing this kind of shit. Ubisoft wants to act cool, saying that
we'll talk about Ubisoft. We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
I'm gonna give an on record prediction here for Activision and Blizzard, and especially when it has to do with BlizzCon.
Go ahead.
Here's the way I see it's gonna happen. BlizzCon's gonna roll around again. At the beginning of the first day of BlizzCon, they're gonna come out. They're gonna do a long, drawn-out speech with the bullshit apology. They're gonna say they're sorry. They're gonna say that they messed up again, and they're gonna claim that they're gonna do better. And then they're gonna show a bunch of content, shiny objects and things, and everybody's gonna forget all about it.
Via Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. They're gonna do that exact same thing like last time.
And I also kind of need to cut out the hypocrisy on us as gamers as well, because we're fucking talking about this now, but we're going about, let's boycott shit. What's going to happen the next time it comes? Who's going to buy fucking Diablo 2? Who's going to buy Call of Duty? So shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing.
You're going to end up buying it if you like.
Since Press X had this already, all right, for years. We're just slowly but surely seeing the news come out about this. So I expect to hear more situations on this sexual harassment case for the next year, probably, I would say. It's going to keep snowballing. It's going to keep coming out and keep coming out. Little by little, it's going to keep coming out. And I think
they ain't going to say all in one go. They can't.
Yeah, I think, look, Press X, his career should be done as far as I'm concerned. He should be done. Yeah. I mean, I understand that people will say, well, he can't publish bad news because then that would damage his career. Well, sitting on this, knowing that you could have changed lives and instead of people still getting sexually harassed, that should have killed your career too. Yeah. And he's posted rumors. Like I said, he lives off of rumors. So I'm not trying to hear that he was holding back for that reason at all.
Well, I even have ideas to even do a fucking union and get people professionals and build.
That's the thing. Game developers need unions. They need them.
They need them. They do. We've seen how they've been treated.
The problem that's going to happen, though, this will get swept under the rug. Everything will be fine until the next 2 years, and no one will forget about it. But remember the whole China stuff and how they censored that dude?
Yeah,
and
they banned him. Yeah, they banned him. Yeah.
Everything was
Yeah,
fine.
that's exactly what I mean by what they're going to do again. Is the same thing with the Blitzchun thing.
That's
When they
what I mean.
did that big apology and then shiny things, and then everybody forgot.
That's why I don't want to hear these gamers.
This time, Activision won't have a gay character to exploit like they did with Overwatch. They won't have that this time. So
two characters.
Well, two. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 characters. Yeah, like I said,
Tracer and Soldier 76.
Yep. They thought they was slick. That's what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, for what I've seen, it's absolutely insane that people are just like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And like I said, we're seeing the boycotts. I've seen it all over Twitter. You shouldn't play this game. You shouldn't play that game. I don't think that's going to work. I really don't think it's going to work because people who already paid and invested in their game, they're going to still play it, I think. You know what I mean?
Look, what you need to do is demand change. Go to your local mayor, go to your legislature and say, look, we need this now, sort this out, or else. Go to your Congress, make demands like that. Don't fucking make demands with, let's boycott, because it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, the boycott won't work.
You can start as many petitions as you want. It's never going to do anything to a corporate office. Now, if you can get a politician to sign on to that, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's a whole different story. That's where you want to make your push. And it seems like everyone's just happy to do trial by public via Twitter. That's not how it works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because a woman ended her life for this shit. That should have been enough.
That should have been enough.
Yeah, that should have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
It shouldn't even come to that. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Damn, like after hearing about this whole Blizzard shit, like as much as I wanted to get Diablo 2 in September, I don't know about that now.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that's your decision. Yeah. But let's not act like Activision is the only game in town that's done this. I mean, Ubisoft, as Ben brought up, Ubisoft has done this too. Ubisoft employees are demanding real change in open letter following industry misconduct scandals. They've been part of this. They've done their own thing. We just saw not too long ago they got hit with it.
Wasn't Riot Games also involved in something?
Riot Games as well. And it happens on the indie scene a lot as well. It's like all these places are being outed.
You can't stop people from wanting to touch each other and then doing it the fucking wrong way, dude.
Yeah, seriously. I'm
weirdos, man.
I'm not
Workplace place to do it.
Well, if you look at it, it's kind of a domino effect. I mean, if you look at one company doing it, then after that, they're just going to start ratting each other out.
Yeah. So now the thing is, how deep does the rabbit hole go? That's the question.
That's a really good question.
You apply this logic to like if you're in a relationship, you go through your ex's phone or you go through your woman's phone. If you're looking for something, you're more than likely gonna find it. And I think, and that's exactly what's gonna happen here. That's exactly what's gonna happen here. If you look for it, you're gonna find it.
Well,
that's how deep the rabbit hole goes. I'll say that.
Always follow the money trail.
Yeah, you can follow the money trail as well. Mm-hmm. In more news,
because some of these.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, this shit needs to really fucked off, and also as gamers need to be demanding more for changes in the consumer choice factor as well, and how people get paid is underpaid and shit.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we're the people keeping their lights on.
Yeah,
they need us. They need gamers. They need players.
They need players. They do.
Without players, there's no money. With no money, they can't function.
It's the same thing with media. They keep trashing gamers. It's like, you want to keep trashing gamers, then you'll have nobody read your articles. Now what? They got nothing.
Exactly.
So, with that said, Sony in trouble again because it's Sony, and they don't know when to stop because they're at this point. I wonder if people are they feel as though they're too big to fail. I'm wondering if that's the case here. Because Sony patents cloud gaming tech promises elimination of piracy, alternative to consoles. So they got new tech that's promising to eliminate piracy. Do you really think you're going to be able to stop the pirates? Really?
No.
Our mateys.
Nah, man, you can never defeat the high seas.
No. I don't.
Scary
I
legs.
think they will always find a way to circumvent what's going on. They will always find a way.
Always going to be a cat and mouse game.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot escape from crossing fate.
You can't.
Exactly. That's pretty good. You summed that one up really good.
Yeah, for real. But they say that they can do it. Now, last time Sony had dared people to try and mess with their system, what happened? They got DDoS, didn't they? Didn't they get shut down?
Man, they got DDoS to hell and back.
And they were like, yeah, test us. And what happened? They got tested.
I think there was a huge problem with the DNS for Amazon because everything was on that fucking website.
AWS, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. That everyone just got ripped. But it was if you just restarted your fucking console like 3 times, it just come back on. So it's not really that much of a problem.
I don't know.
Unless you're doing banking.
Well, speaking of since we're sitting here talking about, the inwards and workings of said systems and consoles and such, Seagate has confirmed that its PS5 SSD prices, for those who don't know, the FireCuda 35.
Oh, I thought you said
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
right?
go ahead.
Right.
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
The FireCuda 35 with a heatsink attached will cost $169.99, and that's for 500 gigs. They have one for $274.99 for a 1 terabyte, and they have a $569.99 for a 2 terabyte, and finally, they've got $1,049.99 for a 4 terabyte. All right, with the heat sinks. Now, I'm going to leave this to you, gentlemen, so that you can explain what's going on to our audience when it comes to these type of these heat sinks and prices, and exactly what you need and don't need.
I'm gonna let Comment take the first part of it.
Okay.
Are you talking about for
the solid state drives that
For
require
the drives.
Specific size heat sinks?
Heat sinks, yes.
So for the heat spreaders, I mean, okay, the heat sinks. Here's from my own experience is that, I mean, SSDs can get hot, but I don't think they're going to get hot enough to where you actually genuinely going to need something like that. Usually, I mean, if it's going to fit in a PS5, and I know there's been some concerns is like whether or not what size do you need a heat spreader or heat sink you're going to need for this SSD. Now, I can understand the need if you're just going to be constantly hammering the shit out of your SSD. You're going to need that. You're going to need some kind of heatsink for it. For the most part, though, I doubt a PS5 is going to need a heatsink for this. And the reason why I say that is because, again, you really if you watch, there's a YouTube channel called Linus Tech Tips. He goes on to pretty much show why some of these are just for fluff and just to look nice in the clear case. The heat sinks just because they look cool. But for the most part, unless you're writing to them like non-stop, they're going to heat up, of course. But for the most part, most of SSD's workloads are burst loads. They're not sustained writing loads. Unless you're downloading something, just like you said, the dude bro that gets Call of Duty or whatever. And I know there's been some concerns. Some people say, oh, what if the average consumer buys this? I was like, the average consumer is not going to buy an SSD and open up their PS5 and put it in there. There's going to be people that are comfortable with doing shit like that. And even then, I think they would know the difference of what kind of heat spreader or heat sink to put in the system. I just really think it's unnecessary.
The common person would not know that. They wouldn't know that they need a specific size SSD that has a specific size heatsink on it, because here's the thing: if you put in the wrong size SSD that has a larger heatsink on it, it's not going to fit in the PlayStation 5. That's the issue. So Sony's saying that they put out this thing that says you need to have, if you're going to get an SSD, make sure the heatsink is this specific size. And most common people don't look at that. They're just going to go out, buy the cheapest one they can find, and then try to put it in their system and maybe break it.
So here's the thing I say about that. The average person is not even going to open their PS5. They're just going to think about this: the average person, most of the average people that I know that are average and that have things like this, you can look at the iPhone crowd. The iPhone crowd, have you seen them? Have you seen iPhone? Now, I'm not saying all iPhone users are like this, but iPhone users will buy the 64 gig iPhone and run out of fucking space, and all they do is they just keep on deleting shit, or they're like, oh, well, I got my iCloud or whatever, and that's fine. And then they're perfectly okay with living with only 64 gigs of storage space. Same thing with the average consumer. They're gonna buy a fucking whatever the PS5 comes with, fill it up, and then just delete whatever games they want, and then just re-download them later on.
And that,
no one is ever gonna. I don't think. I think there's a very small percentage of people that are actually going to put SSDs in these things.
All right, now that was actually going to be our next topic, but before we get Doom, did you want to rebut that before I say anything?
The only thing, like I said, the only thing I got for that is that yes, that's a very small portion of people that are gonna do that. But I'm talking about, what about the parent that, the kid's saying like, I want more storage space. The parent's not gonna know anything about that. They're just gonna go and purchase this solid state drive, bring it back home, and then they're gonna try to put it in their console, and it's not gonna fit. It could possibly damage the system.
Well, that's what the chat is saying now. They're saying
that's what I'm saying. It's more of like the parents and the people that aren't tech savvy. They're going to be the ones going out there to buy those things without fully knowing what they're needing.
Well, that's the thing. The chat is saying,
and that's a good point. Go ahead.
No, the chat is saying is that if you buy a PS5, why are you buying an SSD? It's like the point of the console is plug and play, simplicity. Why would I be looking to mod my console? If I want to mod hardware, then I'm going to in the household. Then I'm going to buy a PC. So there you have it. You know what I mean? Now,
well, also on top of that too, Event. It's the design choice that Sony made when they made the PS5. They made it to where the space for the solid state drive is very, very small. Like, it's very, very small, and they made it to where you have to buy a specific size in order for it to fit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I think this is gonna be such a non-issue because it's not gonna take long for the market to figure out that they would much rather use a USB solution instead, just like they have before, an external one. You just plug into any one of the free USB-C ports or USB-A ports in there, and then just have an external SSD, and then just be done with it. And I think a lot of people will just be fine with something like that.
Well,
but I mean, have they said anything about being able to do that?
No,
already?
But I'm pretty sure they could. Like I said, it won't take the market long to figure it out. And also, those motherfuckers at GameStop, if you go somewhere and you buy an SSD, because I know you're gonna, if there's a mom in there and there's a mom in there as a kid situation, those motherfuckers at GameStop are gonna talk about like, well, you're gonna need to do this and you're gonna need to do that, and they're gonna maybe offer some kind of service to install it. I don't know, probably not. But I'm just saying more than likely they're gonna educate them on like, oh, this might not fit.
All right. Well, then I want to bring up the topic, as you two have already said. Deleting versus storage. What is better in this case?
Deleting versus storage.
Yes. Would you rather? Would you rather go and get like I said? Would you rather go and try to get the SSD, or would you just delete what you have and then just say, okay, I can just load up the game one at a time or a certain amount of games and just do it that way? What's better in this case?
That's an interesting question. It's an interesting question because,
for me, I would prefer having more storage space from the jump. That's just me.
Yeah.
On my PS4, I've never upgraded my hard drive on there. I simply delete stuff off my drive. But honestly, I would much more prefer that they, from the get-go, from the manufacturing side of it, larger hard drive space should be a must. So you don't have to deal with these sort of issues.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, me personally, on my PS4, I upgraded to a 1 terabyte pretty much from the get-go when I got it.
Okay.
And I prefer more storage than just to delete stuff. But then again, I'm doing a combination of both. I only download what I really want and then keep it on my storage, and then anything that's just like small games are always going to stay on my PC. I got I got about 3 terabytes total of storage. My boot drive and my main SSD and everything. It's a 1 terabyte SSD, and then I have an external SSD that's a 2 terabyte for my storage, and then I have a 1 gig another storage that I have just for whatever shit. And honestly, I mean, I just download the games I want, and then just like large games, and that's really it. I really, if I see a game that's going to take up a lot of space, I'm like, am I really going to play this? Is it worth installing? I mean, I have Game Pass, so I could download like all kinds of games and shit, but you have to take into account something, because now everyone's switching to SSDs. SSDs have a finite amount of lifespan. They can only write so much, because once you write to a cell, that's it. It dies. It's done. You can't. You can only read from it at that point. So if you delete, you lose that space for good.
Oh wow. Okay.
You can only write on them only so many times, and there's software on PCs where you can check the health status of your SSDs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if PS5s or Xbox Series One X will see as they age, but it is a problem. It is something that is inevitable. They will eventually you can't use that space once it's done.
So we should.
Well, somebody in the chat just brought up about Xbox. So like, I'm gonna have to kind of give it for Microsoft this time for the design of choice that they went with for the Series X. They did it a little bit better, even though it is proprietary hardware. They made it a lot easier for you to be able to upgrade it and swap it out. So all you have to do is buy it, plug it in, and you're good. You don't have to take the system apart at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get started on our next topic, before we get started, I'm going to take a quick break because I want to check the online. All right, and there's someone at my door, so I will be right back. And we'll start because the next one we go right in. I can always edit this later. I'm not worried about it. All right, I'll be right back.
We can always talk about random shit.
You're just about to say politics. I was like, dude, you're gonna start a flame war.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna start a flame war. Don't do that.
We're the kitchen.
What's the
I guess
deal?
while we're on the break, we'll kind of have fun with the chat. So.
Well, we can say, what's the deal with airplane food?
Well, that's the deal with airplane food.
Can you really taste stuff does food really taste different at higher altitudes than lower altitudes?
We should find out.
I mean, I heard there's something about boiling water. I've never done it before. Well, no, I take it back. Yeah, I did boil water. It does boil differently when you're higher at above sea level and.
You know what, Miami? I agree. Munchies are good chips. I love munchies. They're salty as hell, but I love them.
I just remember they have the sun chips in them, and garden salsa is the best flavor of sun chips.
I like the cheddar cheese.
All right, I'm back. All right.
You like cheddar cheese flavor anything? Cheese,
right.
Ramen, cheese, whatever.
You know, that's the other thing too.
Cheese flavored cheese.
What happened to the cheddar cheese cup ramens? What happened to those?
Those are disgusting. That's what they are.
No, I could chow down on those things like. Oh,
all right.
Okay, then you can make your own, right? Instead of using the flavor packet that's already in it, you just get macaroni and cheese. You get like the 98-cent macaroni and cheese or whatever.
Take the pouch out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
take the cheese pouch out and put it in your ramen.
Y'all starting to make everyone sick. I can see it in the chat. It's like it sounds bad. Shall we keep going?
Look, Doom is over here talking about his cheddar cheese ramen, and I'm like, I can't stand cheddar cheese.
I missed that, dude. I can't find that cup ramen anywhere.
Oh god!
I told him how to jerry rig his own. You just get a 98-cent of macaroni and cheese packet, and then dump it in.
And then dump it in there and mix it up if you want to. Yeah. Oh god.
There you go. You gotta get creative, man.
Well,
that's
like spread.
Well, on to our next topic. It's still PC based. All right. 6 states have high-end PC gaming. The states are California, Colorado, Hawaii.
There's an update
Oregon.
to that.
Oh, is there? Okay. Vermont and
There's
Washington.
An update to that. I saw it yesterday.
Okay, go ahead. By all means, go ahead.
So apparently this does not. So there's been an update to that recently because since this came out, since we met for this high-end PC game, high-end
gaming PCs and laptops.
gaming PCs were banned because of they passed this new energy bill that has to meet a certain requirement for the energy. However, they've added an addendum to this.
Okay.
And they clarified some things, and this was literally just last night. They are still allowed. However, it targets more towards medium spec PCs. So there's a whole loophole about it, but it's basically however much draw it has when it's off is what matters more than how much power it consumes when it's on.
Okay.
Which makes no fucking sense. So the thing is, which makes no fucking sense. So they're still in the running. It's just it depends on how the parts are when it's dormant or when it's in sleep mode is what they're worried about. So the thing is, higher end components usually are more, especially like the new or the higher end power supplies, like the golds or platinums, things like that. Those are a bit more efficient when they're in dormant mode versus the cheaper mid-range PCs. They will draw a bit more. So it's the mid-range PCs that are actually targeted when they're dormant.
Not the high end.
The high end.
Okay.
Ones.
All right.
So there's I did have a link to it, and I think I put it in one of the chats.
Okay.
For this update to this addendum thing, but yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, they pretty much carried that.
That's what happens when you jump the gun, but it's still a stupid thing to do.
It is. It's a very stupid thing to do. It really is.
It's stupid, but also this is gonna cause more problems for people who are wanting to get into PC. You have to go. You have to get 4,000s.
So does that mean they're gonna start? They're gonna start targeting game consoles too because they're gonna draw more power? Because I mean, when they're in sleep, like the Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, because they take a lot of energy.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Does that also, like at that point, does a PS5 or an Xbox, does that count as does that identify as a gaming PC?
I mean, it kind of does. It's got PC-like internal parts.
Yeah, the consoles are trying to be PC these days, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They run off of that. What is it? The x86 architecture now?
Yeah, they have been since PS4, the last generation. But no, go ahead.
No, this is why you don't trust California to get over.
Well, it's not just California though.
It's a number of other states too doing the same thing.
It
They're all
started
jumping
with
on the same
California though, but I'm with Odinson on this one though. It did start with California, and honestly, I don't know anyone willing to. Why would anyone want to be willing to live in California? It's hardly America anymore. And not only that, they recently passed. They're trying to pass a bill. I linked that in the chat too. They're trying to outlaw pork now too in California.
Pork.
So not only you can't buy WD-40 in California. You have to pass strict smog emissions in California. You can't own plastic straws in California. You can't you can't eat pork in California. You can't play a game in California. Why would you fucking live there?
You can't live in California anymore.
Yeah, like California's just banned. The taxes are high. The homeless shit in the streets. Why would you fucking live there?
I can't wait. I can't wait for them to ban food.
Oh my God!
I can't wait till they ban food because it's gonna cause cancer.
God, everything causes cancer in California, dude.
Well,
it's like, you know what? Fuck it, man.
Well, speaking of bad things, and I know that we've given MS a little bit of credit here today, but I'm going to take that back.
I'm sorry for some of the level-headed, Californians that are in our chat. I'm sorry. We're just joking.
No.
I'm not.
He said, no,
I'm not.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm not joking. Why would you live there? I mean, no wonder why they're fucking leaving and coming to Texas. Because it sucks there.
Well, look. In more news, all right, like I said, we gave Microsoft some credit earlier, but now it seems like we got to take a little bit of that back. For those who don't know, Microsoft patents Chatbox tech to revive dead loved ones. Now, look, this is a very dangerous game to play when it comes to reviving dead loved ones via Chatbox.
It's creepy as fuck, too.
It's very creepy. Yeah. I mean, in one place, I can see where it's somewhat therapeutic. Possibly, but what about the person? What about the person that can't let go? How? I mean, and you get That's the exactly. That's the problem right
Need
there.
closure.
That's the biggest problem. Where does the line? I don't even know. Do you draw a line or sort of walk the line? At this point, you run. You run the line.
Yeah.
On the line. Like
That's a good question. I mean, it's it's kind of a back and double-edged sword on that one. Like it's good for some, but it's also kind of weird for others.
yeah, and
it's not good for. It's weird for everyone.
Yeah.
Because like, what does it do? It's like how did the system work? It's like you kind of give it like some mannerisms, and then it kind of works itself out, and then it kind of emulates like that person if they were still alive.
And that's really strange.
And that's an AI. So I'm thinking to the point where an algorithm is catching on to your dead family members on how they would think and feel and act. And then I think about the future. And I'm thinking, what if that AI is loaded up to? Let's just say I'm going high. I'm going real high here, far here in the future. What if it's loaded up into a droid or something? You know what I mean? Like,
Here's the thing. What I say.
Okay.
I think you're not far off. These kind of things are merely social experiments just to gain information from the public.
Okay.
And I say this because it's true. Same thing, like I said about the reCAPTCHA things. Remember how I told you all about
but not being a robot.
You can actually look it up about the reCAPTCHA. Yeah, you're training a bot.
You're training an artificial intelligence to recognize things.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it says, "Oh, pick all the bicycles in this picture," you're actually training an AI for the autonomous driving. Is what you're doing. Look up reCAPTCHA; it's a real thing. And this is more or less what this is. You're teaching an AI, and they're basically using you as a beta tester, using your loved ones and dead ones. Oh, is this working or not? And then you're like, okay, yeah, they patent this technology, they get your consent, then they're testing out all their new machine learning to see if it can emulate a human. What are they doing this for? What is the end purpose? Is the end purpose just that? No. I think the end purpose is a little bit way further down the line, like you said. It's used for something else.
Yeah.
You think it's something nefarious?
I mean, it could be something nefarious. It could be something. It could be something for the military. It could be something for the government. It could be something to monitor chats out in public or remove hateful speech. It's used to identify algorithms. That's probably what it's used for.
Well, we've seen this like a long time ago with YouTube, where that's just a bunch of fucking idiots. Anti-SJWs were all fucking on that one thing, and then we found out it all went to the fucking YouTube. They got bought up by YouTube, and then all that fucking shit happened on YouTube now. It's fucking unfun being. There you go. And it's going to be dangerous, and I think that this will lead into where government will no longer be controlled by people. They'll just be an AI. That's the end result. Yeah. You're creating the monster, people. Stop creating the fucking monster. God damn it.
Well, no, that is true. But no, speaking, thank you for saying that, because speaking of monsters, all right, Fortnite streamer RaulZito is arrested for raping kids. That's right, kids ages 10 to 14. He lured on live stream. That's right, a Fortnite streamer.
Piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
And mind you, he's in Brazil.
He's in Brazil, but still, to be an influential person that way, and to see him lure kids, 10 years old, 14 years old, and this is a grown ass man, mind you. You know what I mean? Like,
the dude looks fucking off. You can already tell that dude is off. The dude's beard is pink and his hair is bright pink and his hair is blue.
I don't think that's what makes him off. I think that's entertainment. I think that's part of the shtick.
No,
that's part of the shtick.
Like the point I'm trying to make. Page out of that Markiplier guy.
Yeah.
No. Here's the point I'm trying to make. Is in the wild, poisonous dart frogs are brightly colored to let them know they're dangerous.
Well, yeah.
Almost as if he was telling everyone. I'm just saying. Nature will find a way to fucking show itself.
I think it's disgusting that we have something like this, and I think that whatever platform he was on at the time, I know he was on a number of platforms, but Twitch seems to be the platform of choice. I think they need to look into it. I mean, this guy, if you looked at his Instagram, I mean, he was playing all types of games. I mean, everyone just says Fortnite, but he was playing League of Legends. He was playing all these other games. He was trying to be influential. He was trying to go where the masses were. and that's what he was playing and trying to lure kids, and then apparently raping them while saying he had a meeting with some good up and comers. That's the horrible thing to say.
Also, it's not the first time we heard from Trish that this has happened.
No, it's not the first time. This is not the first time. You're absolutely correct.
The better question is what took so long to get him?
Because it's a lot to do with getting permission, needing to investigate it. To even get Trish's permission, you have to get warrants, and that takes fucking ages, and fucking trying to find him. There's a lot of fucking bullshit that go through, and Trish
families coming forward to not to convict.
He'll be on the next web of lies. He'll be on the next web of lies as well.
So here's the thing.
Season 8.
So
you mean to tell me Jason Schreier didn't report on that either?
No. Press X ain't gonna say nothing. He's not gonna say nothing.
So here's the thing I was gonna say to that. Speaking on the same topic, there's also concerns about the new Pokemon game, the one that came out that's a MOBA. I forgot what the fuck it's called.
Unite.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, Unite.
Yeah,
Unite.
Yeah, Pokemon Unite is now becoming a playground for predators.
Oh man!
Anyway,
because you can be matched with kids.
No, that's not good at all. No, that has to stop.
Yeah, but the problem is though, there's no way you're going to stop fucking disgusting people getting new kids. The only way you can do is parents be fucking parents. For fuck's sake, make sure your kids are not turned to random videos.
Still, the
parents
Pokemon
need to be more involved.
The Pokemon community, the Pokemon community needs to be told about this. They need to have a heads up on this so they know that they can, secure what's going on.
There's got to be some kind of something where it ties into maybe your Google profile or your Apple ID or something, so it knows your age, so you won't be paired with kids or anything like that, because that's a problem, man. I mean, trust me, and that Pokemon is for all ages, but all ages don't need to be intermingling on the internet. I'll say that.
Yeah, but that's all. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Trying to do your age thing on there, they can easily just, make that, falsify it.
But what I'm saying is your Apple ID. It's not your actual Apple ID or your Google.
This is also on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, on Nintendo Switch. It's a good question, man.
They need to have safeguards. They have to.
Like it's really down to the parents to really, really buckle down and monitor what their kids are doing.
Yeah.
The problem here is also that if we're going down this path, it's also going to be very, very, very easy to get hacked. Your information will be sent out easily because you're getting all your private details. But I also agree with how we need to protect kids, but we also got to.
It's definitely a slippery slope.
Yep.
Yeah. I think kids shouldn't be playing. I think kids shouldn't even be playing consoles anyway. They should be going out and enjoying life.
Still, kids are going to want to play video games. I mean, we played video games at an early age. I mean, we did the same thing.
But none of my games, my Sega Genesis didn't go online. And if it did, it was a Sega channel, and there was only one-way communication.
Yeah,
so,
and that's the thing. We have the technology is different now, but in the wrong hands, as we just spoke about.
We did have AOL chat rooms back in the day, and that shit was wild. Because who knows?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's technology in the wrong hands. Like I said, we just talked about with the Chatbox with MS. In the wrong hands, it can be devastating. In the wrong hands.
I saw Pamela Anderson's tits at like the age 10, way before I was ready to see them.
Yeah, we'll see. So
that was the good old AIM days.
You just gotta be very careful.
Where 56K modems were a thing, and downloading an image took almost 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, I'm happy that you brought up AIM because that's actually our next topic. As you know, in Avengers, AIM. That's right, in Avengers. Avengers fumbles the bag again with the Super Adaptoid event. That's right. I mean, they have recently, as we know, they have updated, they have fixed it. However, the event was not coming up. Sometimes rewards were not activating after beating Super Adaptoid. You want to take it away, Ben?
The thing that's happened is that the objective didn't show up.
The objective didn't show up.
To the event, if you completed it, you wouldn't get anything for it.
See, now what's the point? Completing it and not getting anything for it when you're supposed to get something for it. I don't understand.
I couldn't even fucking complete it because a bunch of idiots keep playing fucking Iron Man and doing 2 Iron Man, 2 fucking.
Well, that's because you don't have the right team. But they've already shown the Infinity War Thor skin. They already showed that the Infinity War Thor skin. So I would take it.
I
That's
don't like it.
You don't like it? Oh, okay.
No, I'm not paying $1,400 for that.
You shouldn't have to pay for it. It should be given to you for free if you beat a Super Adaptoid.
They should, yeah. Well, I think that's
or you know, they could easily do this thing called extending the whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
the challenge card.
The challenge card, yeah.
You know, that's not hard to do.
Nope. Not at all.
And in 2 weeks we're supposed to have flicking Black Panther. I'm not looking for.
Yeah, and I already saw the outfits for Black Panther, and they look like absolute trash. I saw, I think, one of them. One of the outfits looked good. That was it.
I like
out of 40
the
shows.
Spanish one.
The one he looks like the Punisher. I'm like, man, get this out of here. He don't need all that armor.
Oh, you're talking about the one with the trench coat? To me, it reminded me of Blade.
Yeah, the one looks like Blade. The other one with the short cape, that's the one from the comics. So I'm cool with that one. But the other one, he's got like all this body armor on. I'm like, yo, Black Panther don't need body armor. His armor itself is bulletproof. What the hell do you need body armor for? It didn't make no sense. So yeah, I'm good. I don't think I need to use Black Panther anyway. I'm good. But we need to have a run back. That's right, run back. Because last pod, for those who remember, who watched, or listened, I should say, we talked about the NYPD truck, right? And we talked about how it was going from, neighborhood to neighborhood, and how they were making sure that kids stay safe, and that, you wouldn't have to worry about it. They were going into the truck, they were playing games, and I gave it a thumbs up because I thought, you know what I mean? Like I said, I had brought that idea here to Philly before, they didn't want to hear it. And the NYPD actually did something, so I wanted to give them credit for that. Now, we're finding out that, again, this is what happens when you have tech in the wrong hands.
Turns out it was nefarious.
Yep, it was a nefarious plot. For those who don't know, the NYPD truck was using facial recognition technology to scan people to see if they were criminals. That's right. So they were luring you in to play games.
Minority Report shit.
Yeah, they were luring you in to play games.
Sting operation.
The sting operation, yeah. They were luring you in to play games and then scanning your face while you were there.
Remember what I said about the whole AI and that Microsoft AI training an AI to do shit? There you go. There's more shit to your people are just willingly giving these big companies. They're just feeding the beast.
That's what it is. So
it could be used for nefarious purposes. That's what all this shit is pointing to. Facial recognition technology. Where do you think facial recognition technology learned where its roots are? From all those little CAPTCHA things, recognizing what shit looks like, learning patterns. People are willfully teaching these things how to do that.
Well, and then on top of that, the facial recognition isn't even fully 100% working properly because it can scan you and then identify you as the wrong person too.
Yeah, so it goes to show you that, again, the NYPD, they should be ashamed of themselves for this. And they should be called out on it. And if you really wanted to make a difference, like seriously, if you wanted to make a difference in the community and bring something like this was a good way to do it. But the fact that you're sitting here and scanning people's faces, it's unreal that you would even do something like that. Yeah. Absolutely egregious. And as far as I'm just, like I said, it's going to take criticism, and of course they're going to sit and they're going to say, "Well, no, this is a must." No, it's not a must. It's not because
this is something that Alex Jones probably warned us about, and no one ever listened.
Well, still, you still have minors. You have minors going in there and playing games, and you're scanning minors without their consent.
And they can't give you consent anyway. They need to be a parents though.
Exactly. Their parents got to be there. Exactly. This is what I mean. If you're going to do something for the neighborhood, then okay, I'm cool with that. But when you have these type of things and say, and just be like, oh no, we're just going to scan everyone and see if they show up in the criminal Rolodex there. You know what I mean? Then absolutely not. Every time
we're going to get RoboCop.
I mean, every time they've rolled out something, I mean, look what happened to the DigiDog. They brought the DigiDog in. They got that dog out of here. Now you're bringing the truck in. They're getting ready to get rid of the truck. I mean, instead of having some type of ulterior motive, just do something good for once. That's all you got to do.
Do this in California if you're all right. Don't do it in New York.
It sounds like everything they do has a motive behind it.
It does. It does.
Well, I think we were the first in the UK to have facial recognition. I think guys might be behind, but it's ridiculous. Like there should be a line here, as you said. And I'm hoping that people take this cut, sue them. because they blatantly lied, and it's called honey trap as well, which they
definitely a honey trap. Yeah. So it goes to show you, we've got streamers who are predators who are trying to get your kids. Now we got the police who are acting like predators trying to get your kids. Who do you trust?
And also, when it comes to police, there are some predators in it as well.
Yeah, and parents. They're trying to get everybody. The police trying to get everybody. So it goes to show you that there's more to this.
So when does it say that the government or even local police are overreaching their bounds? When do they realize, are they doing what is the purpose of this?
When they start freely walking into your home without your consent. That's what that is.
Well, that's a little too late then.
That's the problem. And you know what? And this may sound conspiracy tinfoil hat, but you know what? I feel like some of these these local police stations, or especially the big ones like LA and New York, like the big police operations, they probably serve the government.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying on a large scale.
Well, I'd recommend, if they don't wear police hats, they're not for you. They're for a company or corporation.
Because
can you imagine the corporations involved in this? Can you imagine the deals that have been made?
Trust me, I've seen cops here someone will actually support the bailiffs with and not supposed to, because legally they're meant to be peacekeepers. They're only there to not be involved. They always, every fucking time I see a video, they always get involved with the bailiffs, which you're not allowed to legally. And the difference between a constable and a police officer is one wears a hat, which they're supposed to legally be involved locally with you, and if they're not wearing a hat, just safe to assume they're not on your benefit.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, honestly, like I said, I just think these a lot of the government, and I say it all the time, whether it's government, in any form, even police officers, instruments of the government, and the government needs to remember their place. Now, hear me out. The government is not to govern, even though it says, oh, it's government, it's to govern. No, the government serves the people. I think they forget that, and that's the biggest thing. We pay their paychecks. They don't pay us.
No, we don't.
We pay their paychecks.
Corporations pay their paychecks now.
With our taxes, I don't give a fuck. But you know what? On the surface, I'm gonna go with the image they provide. And you know what? The government is supposed to serve the people, not the people serve the government. You don't do shit, and that's the problem that's the problem I have with taxes. Period. Is that we're paying these taxes willingly, and then they get to spend it on whatever the fuck they want instead of what we want, instead of what the people want. That's why I think taxes are illegal. That should be illegal. But that's a whole different story. I just went off completely on a rant.
That's the whole reason why I say to get money out of politics. That's the whole reason why I say get money out of politics.
No, get taxes out of everything.
You'll really see who your civil servants are.
The IRS too.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is so great.
It opened up a whole new. Yeah, it did. I was going to amp up the theme, but he stopped. So I was like, okay. But we still have some more news. I mean, on to our other topics, I should say. Florida Man! That's right. Florida Man is back. And for those who don't know, Florida Man has been in the news. And I put it like this. Florida Man has been known at the Olympics, for those who don't know. That's right. They did a whole segment on Florida Man at the Olympics. All right. Because USA's top swimmer is from Florida. And he says he is proud to be a Florida Man. Literally, they showed his tattoos were like an alligator, a bear, and an eagle. Like he's full on Florida Man.
I have a question.
Okay.
I just have a question. How the fuck did Florida Man get into the Olympics?
Because he swam really fast. That's why. That's how.
How this motherfucking Florida Man can be everywhere at once? That's what I want to know.
That's his special superhero power.
He's Florida Man.
He's Florida Man.
Florida Man makes the impossible possible.
But the clip,
if you can't tell,
I'm just saying that the
Florida
clip that they showed.
Go ahead.
No, the clip they showed at the Olympics was nothing but newspaper clippings of Florida Man and Florida Woman. Florida Man is Florida, and they showed the one where he pulled the alligator, which we will be talking about. Okay.
Oh God.
But
Oh God.
yeah, so the guy was just so happy to be recognized that he's from Florida, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! What do you mean you're from Florida?" You know, it's
God
like
damn.
this is the guy we gotta
Florida
this is the
man.
guy we gotta rely on to get a gold medal, Florida man.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So yeah,
You know what? Because you know why? You know why? You know why he got that goal? Florida
because
man, you know why he got that?
he's training with
Because
alligators. He knows how to get away.
Training with alligators, and on top of that, you know what? He wasn't wrapped up in gender politics. He
No.
wasn't doing this whole she, her, whatever,
No.
feeling or whatever. He wasn't participating in any of that shit. He was like, look, man, I'm just here to show you what I got.
He just went forward again. Goddamn you. Goddamn you. Here we go. All the shots of gender politics. God. It had nothing. Gender politics had nothing to do with anything, and he brought it up. Florida man steals car and then got into a Coast Guard airplane. How? How?
First he was at the Olympics,
Coast
and
Guard
now
must
he's
have been
stealing
on
cars?
break.
and getting into a Coast Guard airplane. I don't understand this. Even where we got him, the military posted this. The military posted this news. Right?
Yo, I don't get it. First he was at the Olympics, and now he's stealing cars?
Yeah, bro.
How?
Well, no, he's stealing cars and he's stealing Coast Guard
Coast Guard
airplanes.
airplanes.
Yeah.
This is
Not only
fuck
can
is
Florida
he
man do that,
This-
he can also be up in a palm tree smoking meth, and then next thing you know, rob a pawn shop, and then go and fucking have dinner at Applebee's.
This is all GTA. This is GTA's entire world right here is Florida man. But there's more news. But there's more news from Florida man. I mean, I just can't. I just got to. Florida man is arrested for trying to throw an alligator onto a roof just to teach it a lesson.
Again,
Hey,
now
you're
he's
letting
throwing
people.
alligators.
How about you stay up there and learn and sit and think about it?
So he's been arrested for the abuse of an alligator. But
Now
are
this
you
motherfucker abusing alligators.
I'm just gonna throw it onto a roof. Just breaking news. Florida man has tried to hijack yet another place, which is our pod. Okay, but we remained vigilant and came back.
Florida man tried to come and steal the podcast
He really
himself.
tried to come and steal the pod, but it's okay. He failed in his
We asked him
mission.
politely to leave.
Yes. You can't get mad at Florida man, or it gets worse. It just escalates. So, but we are back.
We literally just threw meth out in the front yard, and he just bolted for it and then shut the door.
Yep. He's fine. We're good. After teaching the alligator a lesson, I guess because we talked about, we tried to teach us a lesson. But with that said, we shall move on. And since we can get off the Florida man real quick, Doritos, that's right, offers a 13-year-old girl $20K for discovering a puffy chip. That's it. A puffy
Those things
chip.
at one point called Doritos 3D.
They used to be called 3D ones. Yeah, now they think it's something great. Puffy chip. $20K for that chip.
Get more than that.
For a puppy chip? Why?
You shouldn't get anything. What do you mean give her more than that? You shouldn't get anything. It's a puppy chip. Who cares?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Is this like? I mean, I don't understand what the point is. Like, I mean, she's trying to a puppy chip. So like, I mean, what? She's QA or what was it? No, QC for Doritos. I mean, is that how much QC makes for Doritos?
They're saying puppy. No, a puffy. 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 It may be just my accent, because sometimes I be asking things, but it could be. I mean, it's just one of those things. Yeah, but no. Someone said in the chat that they had a birthday. Is that right? There was a birthday 2 days ago. Oh, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Happy birthday! That's what it is. Yep.
Combo had a birthday.
Very happy birthday to you. It was 2 days ago. He said he feels old. Trust me. You ain't old. Trust me when I say this, you're not old. All right? But speaking of old, but reinventing themselves, okay? Joe Exotic. He's back.
Oh, God.
That's right. He's
Our boy's back. Our boy's back.
Joe Exotic creates a dating show and announces Bachelor King. That's right. Joe Exotic back in the news.
Bachelor
I'm
King. I'm trying to figure out how in the hell he's doing this from jail.
from jail. Well, no, they have. Apparently, y'all haven't been on the up and up. They have There are jail shows that they have that do this. There's a show I believe called Love After Lockup, where people are waiting for their loved ones. They already married them in jail, and they're waiting for them to get out, and then see how they do after jail to see if they'll actually make it. This show is wild. Yeah.
But he's still in jail.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. He's going to have to do the same thing in jail until he's released, if he ever gets released. I don't know. But
how'd you go visit? Oh boy.
I think it was
like he's made his own cryptocurrency from jail. He's made his own weed line from jail.
Yeah, this man is. I don't ever want to hear about not hustling. This man hustles. You know what I mean?
Now he's got a show from jail.
Now he's got a show from jail.
I mean,
ain't that some shit?
If he picks Florida Man, though, what if he stay in Florida Man? Now that is going to be a.
Well, the thing is, he is a Florida man. You're right.
It's the ultimate culmination. You can't stop it. It's like the ultimate storm. You can't stop him.
Wait a minute. So you telling me all this time Florida man is Joe Exotic?
Well, he's been down to Florida. I don't know if he's from Florida. Is he from Florida? I'm meant to pull it up.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Hold on.
I'm sure somebody in chat will tell us.
If I have to pull up Joe Exotic and where he's from, I'm gonna be real. He's from Kansas.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay, never mind.
He's from Kansas.
I was about to say,
he just goes down to Florida to start shit. He's from Kansas.
Like, will the Florida Man fall with the alligator in him in the first date?
Hey, Joe Exotic is. Have you heard Joe Exotic's music? Joe Exotic is going to put it on him. He's going to put it on him. He's going to wine and dine Florida man. Come on now. We heard the songs. And that goddamn Carol Baskin, she's from Florida. See, they're in Florida anyway. You goddamn Carol Baskin. So yeah, he's going to have quite a while. But I cannot wait. To be honest, I can't wait to see this. I can't.
Oh my God, he's got a mobile game.
He's got his own mobile game. Joe Exotic is doing it big. He's the ultimate hustler right now. I'm not even mad.
Joe Exotic Zoo, Tiger Games, apps on Google Play.
Joe Exotic is doing his thing, baby. He is one of those people who is maximizing the potential of what he can get off his name. He is one of those people. Whether you like him or not, no matter what he's in jail for, his hustle does not stop. Exactly. It don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? He's getting that money.
Oh my God, Carbask said to Joe Exotic that he needs to snitch if he wants a life sentence. Fuck you.
What? No.
He just got his sentence reduced to 17 years now.
And
he wants to go free.
I'm telling you now, if he keeps coming up with these type of shows and this type of stuff, and the media eye always on him, he's going to get reduced a little more. The public eye is going to be on him. Free, I think. He's going to. I'm just letting you know that now. Look, and we're waiting for another season. Netflix has already said they got another season of Tiger King waiting in the wings. They just waiting. They got it in the holster. So we know it's coming. So Joe Exotic is going nowhere. He's making sure that his name stays out there until the next Tiger King drops. He knows what he's doing. He's a star. Well, no, she's not. She's not in it. She said that she said she's not part of the new season. So it's good for her. No, it's definitely good for her. Well, let's move on to our weekly picks. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
The final segment of the day.
All right, so it's another anime reminiscent to Gunsmith Cats, but it's also supposedly it's set in the same kind of area. If anybody remembers, Riding Bean.
Oh yeah, I remember. I still have Riding Bean. That was a great one, dude. I'm still waiting for him to finish that.
Like what the hell, dude? I mean,
Riding Bean in the Roadbuster was awesome, and it just and the cop constantly chasing them and not being able to chase him and not being able to catch him because of his car. It's amazing.
Yeah, so like if you wanna get it, you can buy it on Amazon. You can rent it on Amazon, or you can stream it on several different platforms. You can do Canopy, Night Flight, Retro Crush, and VRV.
That's a classic anime. Classic.
Hmm.
Right?
Classic.
Yep.
That's classic.
It is.
Oh,
Classic.
it's classic. It's 1989. But it was
1989,
back
man.
when
Man,
anime
that's when I
was really
back
good.
then.
And men were men.
Here we go. Men were men.
Man.
Manly men.
I mean, I guess when men were actually men, not these pronouns.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
Oh, boy, here we go. Attacking the pronoun people again. Here we go. I think it's like the third time today you've attacked them on the show.
you got to call America.
Who wants to go next?
I have a.
Okay.
I'll go next.
All right, go
Mine's
ahead.
pretty quick. Mine is actually going to be Terminator Resistance. I've
Really?
been playing that. A lot of people gave this game a lot of hate back when it came out back in 2019, for rightfully so. It was in a lot of disarray. In 2021, they actually polished this game, and this game is straight up. It's straight up for fans. If you're a fan of Terminator, this, and I'm not going to spoil too much. I'm not going to spoil anything, but this game is canon.
Canon.
And it is canon to the series.
After
and
T2?
you'll see if you end up. Yep.
Ooh.
Terminator 1 and 2. It's canon to this. So you definitely, if you want to play it, if you want some closure on some certain plot holes that may have shown up in Terminator 1 and 2, and you need more explanation, this game's going to kind of fill those in a little bit and tell its own little story too. In the meantime, about the main character you pick. I remember Doom was telling me he was telling me about he goes, oh, they made you pay for the purple lasers. Well, I guess they in this game they figured out, no, you don't have to do that. They actually worked it into the whole story itself. So that's not an issue. You also get an infiltrator mode where you actually get to play as a T-800 hunting down humans, and it's actually a lot of
infiltrator mode's actually really cool.
It's really fucking cool.
Who doesn't want to do that?
They get the laser sounds right, like everything. It's just a really fun game.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty good.
And it's $39.99 on Steam. It's on Steam, Xbox, PS4, not for Switch though.
Okay.
But it's $39.99. And if you want to catch it, probably if that seems a little high, I'd just say just wait. It'll probably go on sale. But even then, $39.99, it's a buy.
It's definitely a game for fans of the franchise.
Okay.
Oh, and they're
also
galore.
Oh God, yeah. There were things that I immediately picked up on as soon as I went in there. I'll give a one example. It's a very minute thing, but it's in the first film. It's the diner that Sarah Connor worked at.
Okay.
And there's a note that you pick up in this old, destroyed diner, and it refers to a line that somebody had spoke within the first film, talking about saying, "You smell like an ashtray."
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's very small, obscure things like that are in the game as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a fun game. I'm playing it as well, and they're also currently working on a RoboCop game.
Yeah, the first-person RoboCop game. Yeah, first-person. Yeah, RoboCop shooter.
RoboCop Rogue City. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see more on that.
Yeah,
we saw the teaser for it, but we haven't seen anything else since. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I've been living in nostalgia lane, so I just been getting the N64 wrestling games I used to play. I recently just got NWO versus WCW Revenge.
That's a good
No
one.
Mercy.
And No Mercy, that's the best one.
Yeah, No Mercy is the fucking best.
4-man ladder match, just push him off the ladder. It's the best thing ever.
What about WrestleMania 2000 with the giant 2x4s?
That was good too.
I'm picking that. I'm gonna try to pick that up tomorrow.
That was a Game Shark code I did that made him big.
That game was buggy.
Both of them were. But I mean, I like the fact that the way they swung chairs in the game.
When you swung the chair, sometimes it would grow to like a ginormous size.
Yeah, it was like, what the hell? So yeah, I think that's why so many people still love those games. It's because it just comes down to the fact that the wrestling games don't have that fun factor anymore. It's so serious. It's so simulated to what you see on TV as opposed to being really goofy. You know what I mean? And doing what you want to do.
We're hoping AEW will actually bring it.
It's going to be
the next game.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to take itself.
Here's
it's going to take itself too seriously.
Here's with the AEW game though. It's being made by the same people that made No Mercy.
I know, but still, I think it's going to take itself too seriously with the graphics. I really think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like being able to reach underneath the mat and pick up a 7 million by 22.
Yeah, right. And just clock somebody with it. Or when you hit somebody and they stop and you see the blood on their face and then they flop. I'm like, come on. It was little things like that always made the WrestleMania and No Mercy really fun. So yeah, I don't know. And they're saying in the chat, instead you get glitches where the ladder gets knocked over. Yeah, and the AI stands on nothing. Yep, it stands on nothing, it's still wins. It's little things like that. Yeah. Anybody else? What? No, go ahead. What's the game? What? No Mercy?
No, I just can't wait to go back tomorrow to pick up the last 2 games, World Tour and 2000.
Oh, okay. All right.
Man, you gotta get the original SmackDown as well, because that was fucking awesome as well.
I just gotta get fucking shut your mouth. No, Here Comes the Pain. That's it.
Oh, you're not gonna get shut your mouth. Fuck you, man. No.
Here Comes the Pain's the best one.
Shut your mouth is awesome, man.
But Here Comes the Pain is better.
1v1 me a SmackDown with shut your mouth, boy.
Uh-oh.
You know what? 1v1 me in fucking SmackDown.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So fucking easy, man.
Who's next?
Well, he's next.
Speaking of nostalgia, there's I think Event Turbo Transformers 5th anniversary. I spoiled the fucking movie. Piece of shit.
Me?
Yeah, you spoiled it. You said Optimus Prime died. God damn
that was 35 years ago. What the hell?
Well, you guys should watch the new Earthverse, because I haven't watched the new one yet, and anyone who says they like Megatron, you can go fuck yourself. Seriously, he's a piece of shit in this one. He goes way too far.
Okay.
Well,
I haven't seen it yet.
About the G word, what he did to the Decepticons to get to catch up to Optimus, he can go fuck himself. He's a piece of shit. And,
Megatron's always been about himself.
It's Megatron. So
it's Megatron.
Yeah, but he goes.
No, it's Galvatron.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot
Galvatron. Yeah. And you saw
still Megatron in Earthverse at the moment.
Okay.
He meets Galvatron. No, I'll get that spoiled out. He does meet him, but the next one, I know where it's going, and I can't wait to fucking watch it. I just gotta get my hands on to watch it and get time to fucking watch when I'm not ill. God damn it.
I can't believe you got on me for a 35-year-old spoiler.
You mean to tell me you weren't a fan of Hot Rod?
Yeah, right?
I like Hot Rod. I didn't hate him. I
hated him.
But he wasn't Optimus.
Well, he got in the way. Look, Optimus was cool until he jumped in the middle of that fight. Like, it was cool. He had it beat. So, you know how that goes.
Yeah, true.
He said, wait until the Final Fantasy VII spoiler. Yeah, right.
Everybody dies. The end.
I got Final Fantasy VII. I don't give a shit about Final Fantasy. Suck it.
Jesus Christ.
Spoil it right now.
Well, my pick for this week is, if you haven't seen it, is The Boy Behind the Door. I got a chance. I had the privilege to see this, and it's a horror movie. It's a survival horror movie about 2 kids who get abducted. That's all I'm giving away. It's about 2 little.
Christ, and
I'm telling you, the movie is really. It's on Shudder. It's a really good movie. It's more like, okay, you got us, but now we're going to get you. You know what I mean? It's really well done. Yeah, it's a really well done movie.
It's like that situation. It was like, oh, we're not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with us.
Yeah, but you can tell they're still scared because they're still little kids. You know what I mean? So it's survival. But man, are they smart. They did not play it around. You know what I mean? So it was like, nah, we're getting up out of here. You know what I mean? And it's a great way to see how it goes down. I enjoyed it fully. You know what I mean? For something that was different for once. Enjoyed the shit out of it. I watched it late at night, so it was really fun to watch. I would suggest that. The Boy Behind the Door, really good. And like I said, and like the subtitles like, you're not getting away unless you're together. So it's like, oh, it's you, huh? Don't worry, now you got to get us. You know what I mean? You got to fight us. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely worth it. If you haven't seen it, by all means, please get a chance. So I think that's all we have for this week.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the, online problems.
I can see. All right, Brian. I can see your banner. You and your VTuber bullshit.
What?
You and your VTuber bullshit and your Oscar shit.
What? Okay.
They like that?
Uh-oh.
No, Brian over here flexing on his Steam profile. He said, "Look at his Steam profile."
Well, it's not flexing. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I just found all my. I just literally spent all my points. Like I was like, I had like 800,000 points or some shit on my Steam profile. I was like, God damn.
So just flex.
So I just
flex.
Yeah, I spent it all on like decking out my little profile.
Yeah, I got a lot of points too. I haven't spent nothing yet.
Well,
I didn't know you could customize all that shit in Steam just until right now. I was just dicking around the podcast and then messing with my Steam profile.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's all we have for today. I want to thank everybody for being very patient with us with, all the technical difficulties we've had due to outages and stuff. And also Florida Man dropping by. I want to say a big thank you for Florida Man for dropping by and trying to dismantle things. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday once again in the chat. And
speaking of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually Tuesday, I have a birthday.
Oh, then hold on. You know what that means, right? Here we go again.
Comet's got a birthday on Tuesday.
Okay, everyone in the Comcast go sing. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
No.
All right.
Come on, nope.
It's okay, but it's good. Yeah.
I'll do it for you. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. That's it.
Yeah, I got it. Before we head out. You want to see Event's reaction?
My reaction to what?
Your event.
What? To reaction to what?
Tournament.
Okay.
That tournament.
All right.
I am going to be picking Special Grandpa.
Oh my God! Are you serious right now?
Dude, you just throw it then.
Why?
You're throwing at that point, dude.
You're gonna have me come from all from Philly for you to pick Special Grandpa? Why? Why? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't
no,
do that.
No. You're going to say like you did last time. Oh, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No.
We're not having that. No.
Yeah, Cody.
We're not doing that.
You got out big dick. You got out the big dick energy. You gotta do it now.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No, you don't fuck with him like that. He goes, you're gonna have him come all the way from Philly.
We'll have him come all the way from Philly. No.
He's gonna probably pull a Florida Man and throw you on a roof.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you stood up there.
On a hot summer day,
you learned your lesson. Think about what you did.
Well, with that,
throw you on the roof.
Are you still in Florida?
They're gonna be like, oh, what happened to your partner? Yeah, I don't know.
He's somewhere. I don't know where he went. But yeah, that's all we got.
I can't get down from the roof, guys. Help me.
No, that'll be exactly what shot him back. No. But that's all we got for today. I want to thank y'all again once again for coming out and listening, hanging out with us. I appreciate it. We appreciate it as a group. Like I said, we will be back for episode 10. Oh my God, y'all got my back hurt now. My head hurt too.
Don't worry, guys. We'll give you tournament coverage.
Yeah, we'll give you tournament coverage and let y'all know what's going on via Twitter. You know what I mean? So you know where we're at. Until then, we will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe and take care of yourselves, all right? And take care of your loved ones. Until then, we out.
See y'all around, folks.
Later, bitches.
See you next mission.